Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stream. It's almost the time of the new patch and the patch notes. We can maybe do some speculation. I seem to have some issues with my sound. I know why. It's because it's coming up my TV. Oops. There we go. Okay, first thing we need to do is build the ultimate Nimrod's deck. Hello everyone. I've got a pretty good idea of what I want the deck to look like. Storm is going to be crucial to any good Nimrod deck, I do believe. It's not playing Galactus. So we have the decision over if we want to play Destroyer and stuff, and if we want to play Mr. Negative, if we want to play Psylocke. Damn, this shop is popping off today. Holy shit. Juicer. Really bad, but still. Juicer. I ain't buying none of it, though. I ain't buying none of it. Hey, Mass, what's up? Okay. Sunspot, yes. Zola, Shuri, yes. Doctor Doom, probably. Red Skull, quite possibly. Still quite tempted by the Psylocke Zabu approach. And then maybe we play She-Hulk Taskmaster or She-Hulk Arrow even. So many things to... I think Doom is going to be a must. I do think we want to play Wong Shuri still. I'm a bit of a believer. We maybe just need some more outs to this combo. Chavez is the obvious inclusion here. Now we don't have Destroyer, which means we're quite limited on our Nimrod payoff, which feels wonky. We could get rid of the Sunspot. Sunspot's very good. Shame. Yo, what's up, Rashid? How you doing? I knew there would be someone. I didn't think it would be you. It'd be good, man. When are we playing this Sons of the Forest game? Can we do it soon? Could do it tomorrow maybe if you're done. Get the fuck out, all you content creators, with you stupid videos and fun decks. Uh-oh. What a positive start to the stream, guys. Thank you so much, Alexander, for being here. Truly appreciate you. Alright. We need to decide what the deck's looking like. So many decisions. We need to just chill for a second. I know I want Nimrod. I'm pretty sure you just have to play Destroyer as well. And Zola. Like, if we're playing Nimrod, we need to play these two guys. Cool. We need to play Shuri. I'm also a pretty big believer in Storm. Nimrod is horrible. It's not so bad. I bought it for your ass. I know. I can't do today because I'm doing the sponsored stream. Tomorrow could work. The Snap patch is going to be out on like Tuesday or so. So Monday would be good. My stream schedule is just all over the shop at the moment. I have not... Any plans for Gwent? Not today, no. I did play some the other day though, if you didn't see. Alright, all these are in the deck. You need Chavez, quite possibly. It depends how greedy we're going to go. I can definitely see Chavez being good. I also like Doctor Doom. I do tend to like Wong as well with Psylocke and stuff, but meh. I'm not sure if it's really worth it overall. I do love a bit of Wong action. I don't have Galactus. My feeling is we need to play Red Skull. I think it would be silly not to. I do also like Kang quite a lot. I also like, if we play Wong, I do actually like Panther quite a bit. I think like Panther, Wong stuff is honestly pretty underrated. So let's go Wong, Panther, Kang. Quite happy with that. We could play Electro as well. Electro is an interesting shout. Because you go Electro on 3, Shuri on 4. Nimrod, not really. Doesn't really do that much, I think, Electro. Because you go Electro on 3, Shuri on 4, Nimrod 5. So basically, if you're not playing Shuri, Electro is good. You go Electro on 3, and then Nimrod on 5, Destroyer on 6, Zola on 7, something like that. Or Zola on 6, Destroyer on 7. It does give you some lines. It basically makes the deck better if you miss Shuri, but I think Black Panther also does that, because you can go Wong into Panther. When we've got Wong, we also want to play the Doctor Doom. I tend to think we want Chavez, Psylocke, Zabu. Let's just try this setup. This is the greedy kind of setup. The other thing to consider with this setup is She-Hulk, because we can do a turn 6 skip. We're going to start with this. I mean, they might not nerf her. You'd be surprised. They said they're nerfing the deck around her, but they didn't necessarily say they're nerfing her directly, so... Okay. So we can go... Yeah, this either... Because we missed Wong, like, this stuff isn't really helping us much. I don't really feel too confident here. It's not looking great for us. Yeah, I think Shuri should be 5 cost as well and increase her power. You can still ramp into her, for example. I need the I don't have the untapped tracker for some reason. I did a bunch of tidying up for my PC, but I think I deleted a few things that I wasn't supposed to delete. I mean, this looks fine. Enable Twitch extension for Marvel Snap. Wait, what? There's a new Twitch extension? Victory. Guys, forgive me for this messed up screen. That's cool. I won't do it right now, but that's really good to know. Sorry for the messed up screen. Okay, so far... This was fine. Guys on YouTube, please give the stream a like. Welcome in, everyone. Yeah, I also thought about Leech having ongoing. But that's one thing we might do in today's stream is we're trying to play this here because of the Nimrod, right? Nimrod into Shuri's lab into Zola is looking very good. Oh, nice, they did it for us. So we do hit the Shuri, so I guess we're just gonna go Shuri into Nimrod into Zola. We won't snap because Aero is beating us. Weird ordering with the Titania, but they get away with it. Oh my god, they Cosmoed us as well. Okay, this game is looking like a pretty big loss. Bit of a waste of everyone's time, but why not? Yeah, so Cards of Eternity is sponsoring the stream today. It is a blockchain-based game, which I know unfortunately lots of people have preconceived negative ideas of. However, I do want to mention that it's also going to be available on Steam. Steam have like a no crypto policy, because there is going to be basically a version of the game on Steam where you don't have to connect a crypto wallet at all, and you can just have like a normal wallet. And on the stream today as well, I'm not actually going to be connecting a crypto wallet at all, just playing like a traditional CCG. Alright, let's concede.
Escaped.
How's it going, Snap vs. Memes? Oh my god, we're up against Shuri herself. We're probably going to do a speedrun attempt tomorrow. Okay, we have a really nice hand. We're just looking for the Nimrod in particular here. Oof. Tricky situation to be in as well, because we have like the really nice curve that we're looking for. I'm not so sure I feel good about skipping the turn here, but then of course if I don't, kind of in trouble. Am I going to upload my POV of the tourney? Yeah, it's going to be going up later today. My editor's currently working on it. What's your match last night? Thanks. Yeah, I had a couple games last night against Jeff and again. We can actually watch the VOD as well soon, and I can kind of share my feelings on it. I guess we kind of have to skip. Feels bad though. Claps mine messing up the combos, because I could have gone Wong into Shuri into Panther here, which is insanely good. Okay. I guess this gives us the plays back, so we're going to go Wong into Shuri.
Oh, snap.
And we're going to snap. Yeah, so my game against Jeff and my game against Amaz are going to be going up tonight. I also have my next game in the tournament, I believe, is being broadcast tonight. Or tomorrow. Not sure which. We can also, like, watch some of it in a moment and... right, because I don't have... I'm confused. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Or maybe could have just played Storm instead. I could have gone Wong Storm and then Shuri this turn. I misplayed somewhat.
Opponent snapped.
So the next card I play is huge. I'm fairly sure all we do here is we just take the Nimrod over here. They might try and arrow us. Just take the Panther for 16. Ellie Sims, what a guy, trust me.
Wakanda forever.
That's uncomfortable.
Victory.
What are the best splits I got? My best one's probably my Spider-Man split. This Storm is actually also up there. This is a bot Storm. You'll notice she has no particle effects but a gold background. Usually that is a sign of a bot, but this is my my bot Storm. It's very rare. One of the only ones in the world. You could only get these like very early on at the start of beta. It's my only one. Dara has 4 of these, I believe. Not Storm. He has I can't remember exactly. Why only 2 cards to destroy Nimrod? Good question. Yeah, we could go more in on it, but I think 2 is enough. Because you play Nimrod on 5 and then on 6 you just play Zola or Destroyer, right? You just find one of them. That's the logic here. Well, Shuri's Lab's very good for us, I have to say. Wong is the card to draw here. That's actually a pretty big issue because of us wanting to play Zola. It's actually a huge issue. I think we still play the Shuri to the left and we just hopefully find Destroyer. We could play Venom, but like what would we cut, right? You could cut Kang, but I think Kang is like very important for this deck because... Okay, we hit the Destroyer. We can snap then. Destroyer I find is snap worthy. I'm actually not infinite yet, believe it or not. Yep. Hopefully we can do it today. And then tomorrow we're going to do a speed run on a fresh account. If I can make a new one. I was having issues actually making a new account. Huge victory this one. Unfortunately they're not going to snap on us. Yeah, I know, back-to-back bots. Not the most exciting start, but I mean... Just shows you how easy it can be to get to infinite sometimes, right? You opened Master Mold? Nice, congrats. That's awesome. Card looks like a lot of fun to me. Oh, it's kind of close. It was actually really close. Wow, fair play.
Victory.
Looks like we might need to spend some gold on weekly missions. So I have not been playing much this week. So yeah, I think like the biggest card you could cut in this one is Kang. Storm we yet to see pop off too much. There is also an argument to play Mr. Negative, just literally only for the Zola, but it's pretty true, I think. How's Gwen? Yo, Hab, what's up, man? Good to see you. It was okay. The games last a long fucking time, man. Like, that was my main takeaway. Is that a rank 12, right? The games just last so long. Guys, Mr. Habla here is a good friend of mine, previously a Gwent streamer, has now been making Marvel Snap content. You should definitely go check him out. Substitute for Kang. Sunspot, maybe. Sunspot's pretty good. Also, like, She-Hulk has a lot of value in this one, because you can do, like, skip 5 and then go, like, She-Hulk Arrow, so you could try and get, like, She-Hulk and Arrow in here as well. Do you think Kang's worth? Yeah, I would say Kang is worth more than Negasonic, because Kang is never going to decrease in value, right? That alone just makes it kind of insane. Storm kind of just winning.
Snap.
We could go Wong, and then if we hit Shuri, it's lovely, but... Yeah, what is it with all the bots, man? Surely the watch is a bot. Maybe it's a real person. So this was actually a good play, but... See a lot of bounce decks? Yeah, I mean, Jeff's bounce deck from the tournament's awesome. So if you guys haven't seen, my games against Jeff and Amaz went up yesterday. I'm going to be posting them on my YouTube later on if you want to... Oh, God. This is a very bot-like play. We look good anyway. We can go Panther into Doom. Wong is very, very powerful. We can check if they've got Shang and then even hit the Zola. You can keep trolling, you go fucking right ahead. Aaron to Specimen was a sick play. It was nice, I can't lie. That's the beauty of open deck list, right? Like, I just worked out that he couldn't beat me if I do this. There was a risk, though, that like the Reality Stone rolled something into like Death's... It was Death's Domain, but if it rolled something similar, like the ones like the first card you play gets destroyed. Will you lose your pin card? I have no idea. I would assume not. I have no idea. Probably something to ask in the Discord. Why am I only queuing into bots, guys? What's going on? Oh, Rashid timed him out. Yeah, there's like one thing I don't like about this chat that I have. on like this restream. I don't actually get to see like people get timed out. Guys, I finally installed Photoshop. I have Photoshop now. So I'm going to be trying to really work hard on my thumbnails and stuff. Pretty excited. Is that date 26th? No, it should be like tomorrow. But like Tuesday, I don't know. It's either tomorrow or the following day.
Wakanda forever.
Go on, the boy. This is where cheating bot plays Cosmo. Unironically, that would actually be a cheating bot play. It's kind of risky to go if they can. I'm really just wanting to see if they have Shang-Chi or not, to be honest. I mean, I guess I'm always just playing Doom here, to be fair. If I actually get Cosmoed on, I'd be so mad. Okay, so Doom is winning pretty comfortably, so let's just go for the Doom play. You don't think it's a bot? It's just a weird deck, isn't it? They have played it quite well, though. You might be right that it's not a bot. Oh, guys, we also have some new emotes on Twitch. Some new some new sub emotes. You're right, it's not a bot. I'm chatting absolute nonsense. So we could go for the Zola because they didn't play Arrow. They didn't play Shang-Chi. Surely they would have done those things. And obviously, like, Zola is basically just more points than Doom here. But I'm still a little bit scared. And I just think Doom is winning. I don't think there's a way they can beat this, really. No, this is winning. Nice.
Victory.
Victory, baby. All right, rank 95. Here we are. 5 away. Let's do this real quick. What a smooth climb so far. 40 cubes to go. Ant-Man's a pretty good upgrade early on, right? Because you play it so much. Quite liking the look of Storm into Fisk Tower. That's why I go for the cloak here. You can see why I'm playing Storm when you miss Psylocke and Zabut. It just gives you like really nice card to be dumping down. You just have so many options with it. Wave. A little bit spooky. Very spooky, honestly. It's bad for us. Not quite sure what to do about that. We could Kang to see what they do this turn, I suppose. Kang into Cloning Vats. I wonder if we actually get a Kang back. I would wager we don't. They go Doom mid, which is quite random. I would wager because the turn restarts, we don't keep the Kang. Otherwise, it'll be infinite loop territory, right? I should have snapped, of course, on the Kang play. It was a misplay. Doom wave deck, right? So it's like Death Wave with a Doom. Makes sense. They play Arrow, so Zola's quite dodgy for us. I can see a pretty good argument to just play Black Panther here, honestly. Black Panther's also very good in cloning Vats, though. I guess we could go Panther, Nimrod, and then Zola. Zola just wins because they can't Arrow us away because of the Storm. Let's go Panther here. I'm going to go Panther here, then Panther mid, because I get an 8-point Panther, which I can then play mid. And then I can just Zola, because they can't Arrow my Zola, because there's a Panther in either lane, right? Hey, Lucian.
Wakanda forever.
I love this Panther variant. It's probably my favorite variant right now. We also have the option of going Doom. Doom takes it too. Oh wow, okay.
Wakanda forever.
It's a really nice Professor X play, actually. Shang-Chi beats us. I think Doom should save the day here, though. We lose to Shang. They snap, understandably. Because they're like, well, they can't win the left and win mid, but Doctor Doom is the one card which could do it, pretty much. They have Shang, maybe. It's something I'm willing to risk. Let's go. Beautiful! That's an 8 cuber, mate. That's what Doctor Doom does. It just gets you those 8 cube victories. The Storm Doom play never disappoints. Let's go, man. Look at this climb. Insane. Deck is popping off. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, please give the stream a like. That would be very nice of you. Snap because he was only 2 lanes, wasn't expecting the Doom. Yeah, I think the snap was kind of fair from them. This is like what Doom is in the deck for, right? Is to get those surprise wins. I guess we just take the Destroyer. Big stats. I think we can snap here too. Would I play a Darkhawk deck? Darkhawk's pretty cool. I do want to check out Jeff's Darkhawk deck at some point, but yeah, I'm wanting to get to Infinite with Nimrod. I really think Nimrod's very underrated, honestly. We'll pull a Shuri now. She's pull 4. So it looks like a Hela deck, maybe. Pretty aggressive start from them, but not that much better than what we've done. We have the Zola on Nimrod or Destroyer. So like arrow to the left is maybe a concern. So let's actually storm the left. Storm is playing around arrow again here, because I'm just going to have 2 things which can be targeted. Of course, Storm does struggle against Hela, because Hela's just going to call everything back.
Wind, aid my hand.
But we can also do a Kang check on that, so who cares? We have the Wong. Let's play Wong. Where do we play the Wong, actually? I guess we want to play the Wong into the lane we have the most points in currently. Now the decision is, do we take the Nimrod or do we take the Doom? Do we take the Nimrod or do we take the Doom? Well, I guess we're going to take the Nimrod. Okay, we can take the Kang. It certainly looks like they've got Hela. I'm trying to think what they've discarded so far. Ah, look, the tracker tells me they've only discarded Captain Marvel. Kang is just a pretty safe option here because they're most likely conceding. And this is just going to get us the win. We have the flexibility of taking either Zola... Oh, wow, they actually play. It is Hela into Captain Marvel. So we just need to consider how we beat that. I'm pretty sure it's Zola onto Wong lane. Having said that, like, Doom just wins mid, guaranteed every time, right? There's nothing they can do to beat Doom mid, I don't believe. We beat them left, Captain Marvel can't move mid to win. I guess they could play Hela mid. If they play Hela mid, we would be tying the right anyway. If they play Hela mid, they're at 16 plus Captain Marvel's 6, which is 12, so we'd be tying, winning. So Doom just wins here. So let's just do that. I think Zola is also probably winning. But there's a lot more maths going on which I can't be bothered to do.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
Nice, it's another 8 cube win thanks to Dr. Doom. What a Chad.
Victory.
What a deck, honestly. You fucked if you don't have Zabu. No, you can replace Zabu. It's just going to be less consistent to pull off like the Shuri 1 combos, but we've not been pulling them off at all. You can play Sunspot instead for sure. Like you can definitely cut Psylocke and Zabu from this deck, and it will still function very well. I think Sunspot is a very good inclusion in that case. I'm still not so sure how I feel about the Psylocke stuff. Any good replacements for Kang? Yeah, I think Sunspot. Like I say, I'm still not really sure how I feel about like the Psylocke Zabu stuff overall. Yeah. I've never actually split Doom. So we're up against Thanos, so this might be the first loss for the deck. We haven't lost so far. Black Cat's a nice option to have this early. 3, perfect. Hey Antoine. Do you know that the painting behind Harry is Joker because I saw your Batman shirt? Wait, really? He has a Joker behind him? I didn't notice. Yeah, I got my Batman shirt in a charity shop. You like it? It cost me like £4. And then actually when I was in Berlin the other day, I saw the same shirt in like a charity shop there. But they have more fancy charity shops than the UK. But it costs way more. We could go Wong, Shuri, Doom. I quite like that. I'm not happy to snap because of Leech. Well, that's not Leech, so that's pretty nice.
Clear for takeoff.
I'm going to take the Shuri, and then we're going to Slam Jam Doom. The left should be secure. And then we get 8 to the right, 10 mid. We certainly have won the left lane. The question is, have we won the others? We're winning both as it stands. They need to play cards into both. With Kazar and Blue Marvel, you would wager that they're probably going to be fine. I'm going to play it out, but not snap here. They snap. I'm going to try. I think this could be a retreat, but I'm going to try and keep my 100% win rate. Let's stay in it. It's quite possibly a win. I think I would probably retreat if I'm like completely optimizing the climb, but it's very winnable. Yeah, arrow would be an issue for us. Well, yeah, arrow would be a problem. We might be okay here, it seems. They need some kind of way of putting more stats mid. Oh, that is a way of putting more stats mid. So it's going to be a tiebreaker situation now. And Baku is actually going to win them the game mid. Unless we have enough to win right, which we don't by a point. So M'Baku is actually flying out of the deck and beating us here. GG. Very close. Very, very close indeed. The Mr. Fantastic roll was huge for them. And the M'Baku. Fair play. Tight game. We got M'Baku'd on, chat. You can't be too mad losing to an M'Baku, right? Yeah, it looked like Harry's list. I always liked M'Baku and Thanos myself. I'm pretty sure we don't want to bother with the Psylocke Zabu. We're just going to take the Storm. You can definitely see why I'm not that keen on these guys. Like, they're a bit hit and miss overall. Am I single? What do you think? Do I look like I'm single? I actually don't answer that. So we can play a 4-cost card here if we find one. One would be nice. I mean, sure, he's kind of interesting. Oof. It's a problem.
Wind, aid my hand.
This is a snap for us. We go Nimrod into Destroyer. Destroyer is going to clean up the Stuff mid. We could have even gone Shuri to the right just to have like some more surprise value. As long as they don't clog us in Dark Dimension, we're fine here, which I don't see how they can. We're gonna hit with the with the debris play. We're so mad. Yeah, I think if you don't have Kang, Sunspot's the card. The reason I'm not playing Sunspot is because I play Destroyer quite frequently. One example would be here. But Sunspot is the card I most want to include. Like, I can definitely see Psylocke Zabu getting cut for Sunspot and another card. So, yep. We've got a 10-point Nimrod, and then Destroyer's going to clean up everything, and then... Oh, they actually retreat, really.
Victory.
I'm surprised they retreat here, to be honest, but okay. Yeah, it's definitely a good retreat. I'm just surprised that we didn't get the... Maybe, like, again, this Shuri hiding into Dark Dimension. It's probably the play, right? Whatever it's called. Crimson Cosmos, is it? How was Germany? Hey, MC. Oh, it was lovely. I had a really good time, thank you. I'm already thinking we can cut the Zabu and Psylocke, guys, for Sunspot and something else. What do you guys think the other card would be? This is the game where Psylocke could pop off. If we hit Wong now, go Wong Shuri into a big guy. Wong, Wong, Wong. I love Storm in this deck, man. Storm is the money card. But I do like the Chavez as well. So like the fact, like I like Storm with Chavez. I mean, the thing is, if you're cutting Zabu and Storm, you could consider cutting Chavez. I think you play the Chavez regardless, though. Yeah, that's true. We can go Shuri into Nimrod on Death's Domain. That's insanely good. What do you think of Mosswell worth 6k? I would say no. I think it's a very fun card, though. I don't have it myself. I would definitely like to. Yeah, of course, Leech is a problem. That's another thing that Destroyer's nice for, though, is it's somewhat anti-Leech. Yellow Jacket, Noir into Death's Domain. I think we might have a bot on our hands here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's a Galactus deck. That would make sense to buff the null up by playing the Yellow Jacket there. Do you know when the next big update patch? It should be tomorrow or the following day. We should be getting big balance changes. Yeah, Kang does have some anti-synergy with Chavez, but I think both of the cards... I would say Chavez and Kang are my two favorite cards in the game right now, like in terms of power level. Chavez is just incredibly strong, and Kang is also, so... While they have like some anti-synergy between them, I think they're still both insanely good cards, and the anti-synergy between them isn't strong enough for me to not play Kang. Kang, like Chavez in this deck is very important because we want things on a certain curve. Like, before Kang, I always said that Chavez is the best card in the game, in my opinion. Which is sort of a facetious comment. The reason I love Chavez so much is she's pretty much the only card in the game which you can include in your deck, which just makes the rest of your deck better. Angel is kind of another example, but it's not, right? Because you can actually draw Angel. Whereas Chavez, you just can't draw her until 6, which in a lot of decks just doesn't make a difference. We have a lot of top-heavy options. We have Zora Ladoom, Destroyer. So it's not like we're going into turn 6 very often, like just needing a specific top deck, right? We need those specific cards on like turn 5. And Chavez is increasing the odds of us drawing Nimrod on 5, Storm on 3, Shuri on 4, all these kinds of things. And then Kang is just really good for this deck because this deck loses big 8-cube games a lot of the time to things like Aero, Shang-Chi. all that kind of stuff. And what Kang is doing is just giving you that check to see what they're going for. And then you can either retreat, save yourself 8 cubes, or stay in accordingly. Because even just being able to go like Wong, Panther, Zola is actually beating a lot of things. The problem with the deck is that you just lose 8 cubes to Shang-Chi, you lose 8 cubes to Arrow, right? So being able to check with Kang is actually insanely important for the...
Kneel before Galactus.
Okay, that's an issue. We can't get anything to stick here, can we? Nimrod doesn't stick. It dies and then goes to other locations. The question is, do they play Wolverine? They are, of course, bluffing that they do with their approach, pretty much, yeah. Is there anything else that they would have? Obviously, if they do have Wolverine, they shouldn't play it yet. They should play it next turn. Jubilee, they won't play. There's not really too much to gain here. There's a lot to lose. We can lose 4 cubes. By passing, I lose 2 cubes more than I could. By staying in, I get 2 cubes more than I would. I think I'm just going to stay in and say that they don't have it. To be honest. They should always snap here, because it's a bluff. They don't have it, guys. They don't have it! I'm staying in, because they don't have it. I'm so convinced they don't have it. It's a bluff. It's a bluff! Let's go! It's a bluff. I told you, chat. Don't doubt me. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with Nimrod. What was their plan? Their plan was... It was a good plan. They were bluffing that they had Wolverine. Like, pretty much everyone in chat was saying they should run. They would run there. I mean, running probably just makes sense. Nonsense was their plan? Yeah, but it's a good... It's still good. I would have made the exact same play. Like, their play was just very good. They were just like... They got a tie with the Galactus when I was winning otherwise. Wait, why is Collapse Mind showing up so much? Oh, interesting. Do we have enough to go Shuri Nimrod? Not quite. Pretty awkward energy distribution here. Really awkward, actually. I guess we just play the Panther. We can just play the Zabu too.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, you could play Wolverine in this deck as well, for sure. With Destroyer, it has some merit. Wolverine could be a card to like Wolverines and Sunspot instead of Psylocke Zabu. Oh wait, there's a hot location. I didn't even realize. Is it Death's Domain? Guys, I didn't even know. So unaware. Oh, it's Pegasus? Oh, mate. I had no idea at all. Oops. So the question is Arrow. The other question is, do I Zola the Nimrod or the Panther? Arrow mid beats us. So we check for Arrow with Kang. Easy. This is a big example of why Kang is so good in this deck. You can replace Kang for Sunspot. I think that's the most obvious one. And then Psylocke Zabu I'm also thinking about replacing. And look, Kang just wins us a cube there. We wouldn't have really felt confident enough to stay in here because of Arrow. But Kang lets us check for the arrow, and then even if they don't have it and they don't feel confident, then bang. Like, we would have been running away here, so Kang netted us 2 cubes. I guess we just go for the destroyer here. I think Kang is definitely worth the tokens. But not before things like Wolverine. Sorry, Wolverine. Not before things like Thanos, for example. But I think Kang is amazing. It's the most underrated card in the game right now.
Wind
Even by like
my
lots of
hand.
very good players underrate Kang in my opinion. Like Dara's not a big fan of Kang. I think the card is just absolutely yacked. I think it's so good. I think go Wong. They snap on us. They're gonna leech us, aren't they? I guess the question is, how much do we care about getting leeched? Probably quite a lot. Probably quite a lot. Yeah. I think we're gonna run.
Escaped.
I don't think they'll make the variants match. Tokens match the variants. I mean, maybe. But... So what we'll try after this is maybe swapping out Psylocke Zabu. Just seeing how we feel. This is a game where it looks like they might be able to pop off for us, though. We need to hit the Shuri. Could go for an early Nimrod. I think it just makes sense, right? Kind of just makes sense. Oof. Not ideal, that. Oof, not ideal either. Let's go next. So I'm really enjoying this this build, but we are gonna experiment without the Psylocke and without the Zabu. So we're gonna bring Sunspot in and then another card. Probably a 2-drop of some sort. We could try Wolverine. Wolverine would be good with Destroyer. Is there anything else at 2 that we like the look of? Lizard is quite good of Storm. I'm not sure it's Lizard though. I've tried Goose before, didn't love it. Daredevil, I don't think does much for us. Did you say Galactus Kang? Galactus is probably going to be more enjoyable because it offers you more, but I think Kang is just so good in so many decks. But like Kang is like a card that you can replace in basically any deck you put it in quite easily. So it's like low impact compared to the others. It's just... Yeah, Wolverine doesn't seem very good, I agree. I'm fairly certain it's a 2-drop we want. Maybe a 3-drop is also fine. From we miss Storm. But I think we'd rather play a 2-drop. I mean, we could still keep like the Zabu or the Psylocke in there as well, right? And just say that some games we can hit exactly like Zabu into Wong into Shuri. Feels a little bit hopeful though. Is there ever like merit to playing Invisible Woman perhaps to like try and hide what we're doing? I'm not so sure that there is. Electro's an interesting idea as well. For games we miss Storm, we could go Electro on 3. Because we can go Electro on 3, Nimrod on 4, Destroyer on 6, Zola on 7, or Destroyer on 6. I can kind of see Electro. I think let's give it a try. I think Electro is pretty bad, but it does give us some lines which are quite interesting. Let's try it out. Yo, Greenock. Yeah, thanks, guys. Give the YouTube stream a like. That'll be much appreciated. Looking handsome. Thanks. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm really trying to work out exactly when I want to be streaming. I haven't decided yet, overall. But, like, this morning I went to the gym. It's really nice for me to just have, like, the morning to just either do some thumbnails, do some flipping YouTube videos, go to the gym, all these kinds of things. Because a lot of the time I'm just kind of waking up streaming and then not getting as much done in the evenings. So I'm still not really sure what I'm doing with the stream schedule. I do need to work it out at some point in life. Alright, well, Electro is going to hit the deck here. We missed Storm. I'm fairly sure if we had Storm, we would just play the Storm anyway. Oh, look at that. They played Storm for us. Isn't that nice? So now we can go Nimrod into Zola into Destroyer, I think is the approach. I think let's hit him with the Snap. And yeah, like I said, I think it's Zola first, then Destroyer. Daredevil's a little bit scary because of Aero. So we could go Destroyer first and then Zola. I think it seems quite reasonable. Just play around the Aero. I can't Kang because they have Daredevil. So usually this would be a Zola play first. Oh wow. And interestingly this also destroys my Electro, right? It's not offering too much, but it means I can like put Sunspot down as well. We're gonna do a Kang check here that they don't do some weird nonsense with Limbo. I have played against someone recently that plays Magic and Scarlet Witch, and they do have Storm, so I would not be that surprised. Okay, they go Magneto. Alright. Sure. Null could work well, but I don't think we go for the Electro approach very often yet. I also don't own Null. This is not going to be the main line, I think. The question is, do we want to take the Zola play now, or do we want to wait a turn? I think I'm quite happy to just play out now. So again, usually we would do this the other way around, where we would go Zola on Nimrod first, because then we end up with more Nimrods. Because of course the issue here is that my Destroyer kills my other Destroyer. That is a lot of bloody Nimrods, mate. Shang-Chi? That's cheating. Looks pretty comfortable, doesn't it? Looks pretty comfortable. Yeah, let's go do him. They run, of course. Beautiful, okay. The Electro Edition feeling fantastic, actually. Instant impact. Instant impact! Could have probably farmed more cubes if I played the Destroyer on 7 rather. What are my thoughts on Kang, Bast, Mr. Negative? Mr. Negative overall is just not the best, I think, unfortunately. Yeah, guys, also the Twitch stream today is sponsored by Cards of Eternity, which we're going to be playing later. Please feel free to give feedback. I was a bit anxious about playing the game because it is a blockchain-based game. Blockchain-based games is actually something I'm very intrigued by personally. I know a lot of people are not the biggest fans of the concept, but what I really like about this one is the blockchain stuff is optional. You don't have to play with it. It's also going to be available on Steam, where the Steam version is not going to even have blockchain as an option at all. But I'm personally very interested in blockchain aspects within video games. Like NFTs are not something I've never bought an NFT in my life. Blockchain is the software that like is used for crypto. So blockchain is basically like a digital receipt of sorts, right? So the idea being is that in a card game, if you own a card as an NFT as opposed to just a card, you're able to trade with it and that kind of stuff. Do we take the Electro here? Yeah, I know a lot of people are very anti this kind of stuff. So I was quite anxious about doing it, but I've done a bunch of research into the game, and it's got an esports scene, it's a card game. So yeah, excited to check it out later. I mean, Electra is obviously great here, but I have to say I'm quite liking the look of Storm.
Wind, aid my hand.
Stag doesn't play many cards. It doesn't, no. That's why like the lower cost cards aren't that important either, which is why I was playing Zabu Silent before, but I think the Electra and Sunspot are definitely proving their worth already. Can the game die with this change? I think it's a really bad change. The fact that you're not going to be able to craft any pull 3 cards of choice, I think is a massive step backwards. I would be very surprised if it doesn't get reverted. See ya, Arrow. We have so many points with the Nimrod going into Rickety Bridge here. Hopefully they also play into Rickety Bridge this turn. The name of the game I'm playing is called Cards of Eternity. Yeah, starting from next month, you're not going to see pull 3 cards in the token shop. You're not even able to craft them. You get a free pull 3 card each month, but you can't actually craft them, which is pretty wonky in my opinion. Cool, they do play into Rickety Bridge, perfect. They Shang-Chi our Destroyer, which is a bit of a heartbreaker. This player is just so juicy though. Aero is a concern. We would lose the tiebreaker to Aero left. I can't Kang check it. Aero left would be losing to... do we lose to Aero? Yeah, we do lose to Aero left on the tiebreak by a couple points. Yeah. They played Aero. Ah, beautiful. That's good. Absorbing Man then. Yeah, they did already play Aero. Of course they did. Thanks. They played up very early. Really enjoying this deck. No, Aero left would beat us, right? We'd lose the tiebreaker. They've already played it. Oh, they can move Shang? Right, interesting. We beat this still, I believe. Yeah, we win. I think? I don't know. This is weird. Maybe they win the tiebreaker? We win the tiebreaker by a point. Love that. Let's go. Let's go, mate. The climb has been so fucking smooth, mate. Yeah, a bit awkward again. We could go, I guess we go like Wong Electro. Pretty cool. Pretty wonky, but pretty cool. Oh, snap! Yeah, Electro's been doing the business. Black Bolt on my Shuri, and I just snapped. Are you serious? Are you flipping serious, Black Bolt? Whoa, look at this variant. What the hell? Oh my god. Chat! What the flipping heck is this variant? Oh my lord. Destroyer is the money card for us here. Rip hand. Hey, I'm getting Moon Knighted and flipping Black Bolted on right now. What the hell? We have one more card draw. Destroyer's the money card. So we draw Chavez on the last turn. Asking you shall receive. Yeah, these variants, mate, popping off. Definitely a bot. So yeah, this is another example of where Electro is really nice because it lets us play Destroyer. And Zola early. And you can just do some absolute shenanigans. That kind of setup. Still going. Do we even have space to play my last card? Pretty please. Okay. What is happening? And yeah, that's the thing. You don't really need them to get buffed up, right? I guess we just move the boy. Bot is calculating. Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get the fast forward button actually.
Victory.
Oh, chat, this deck's OP. This deck's insane. This deck's popping off. Hey, Noah, what's up? When we hit Infinite, we can watch my games against Jeff and Amaz. This is Harry, right?
Oh, snap. Oh, snap.
Yeah, there it is. I haven't played against Harry in a minute. I remember him playing too much. Ooh, Superflow. I guess we just storm it.
Wind,
Seems good.
aid my hand.
He's playing Agatha. What, Chad? I'm against Ordinary Harry right now. This was off Camp Lee. I mean, it just looks like it's, I guess we play the Nimrod now. And we can play Wong next turn still. Yeah, I'm multi-streaming. I'm considering abandoning it because it is... Twitch don't want me to do it. So I might bin it off. Is this a Hela deck? It certainly looks like it's Hela. Oh god. Pretty scary, particularly because we didn't find... I don't even know if this was correct necessarily. Well, we didn't find Kang. Let's see the Hela then. Am I really getting farmed for 8 cubes? Oh god. Is he really going to farm me for 8 cubes right now? Arrow we beat. 4 cards in hand. Agatha. Yeah, it should be in the doc. Have you changed your name? Twitch. Should be in the doc that I sent before. Maybe I deleted it actually because I had no space. Check. I think I had some Google Drive space issues. We beat Arrow. Nice. Let's go! 8 cubes. Thank you, Harry. So kind, my friend. Thank you! Dr. Doom yet again. We beat Agatha. Not that impressive. But still. Dr. Doom just farms the 8 cubes. Yeah, and John, this deck is for tomorrow. It's absolutely popping the flipping heck off right now. Yeah, I have a feeling that I don't, I have a feeling I deleted it because I had no fucking space on my Google Drive, which is maybe an issue. Let me message Marktheus and see if he has it handy. So I don't even have it on my PC. Oops. I have the one versus Amaz and Blevins. Uh-oh. That's an issue. I'll message Mark. Might just have to go without it. I've messaged Mark. Yo, it's Statue with the Prime sub. Thank you so much. We're almost infinite. Guys, we have climbed. Can I just point out, we've climbed in an hour from like rank 90, from rank like 86 or 87 to this. Deck is popping the heck off, mate. Opponent snaps. Alright. Let's make it an 8 cuber. Kappa! Imagine they just retreat. Let's just see why they're snapping. Yeah, I think I deleted it from the drive because I had no space in my Google Drive. Okay, so there's something infinite. Pretty reasonable snap. I don't think it's enough of a reason for us to concede, necessarily.
Opponent snapped.
Honestly, I'm just gonna retreat. So that it's pretty OP.
Escaped.
Let's just play sensible and climb. Yeah, hopefully you can. It's possible as well. What I'm gonna once I hit infinite, I'm actually gonna be watching the series back. So I guess it's possible you could add some of my like thoughts post game thoughts. That could kind of do the job, right? Just record a little bit for like post game. I'm liking it with the Electro more. Yeah. The Zabu Psylocke stuff was just not offering us points often enough. Storm or Electro, please. Okay. Actually, preferably something bigger.
Opponent snapped.
I'm not really scared. I actually quite like the Storm over here because they have less space available. I'm feeling quite confident. But if they play into Pegasus with a big card here, then they might be in a spot of bother. Oh, that's really horrible. Oh no, Kang though. Kang means this is not going through. Oh! I almost wish it was. I almost wish it was. Okay. 16-point Storm. Maybe not. Maybe we just run. I would wager they snap again. We can try and manipulate it though, so... If they don't snap, there's no reason for me to retreat. I'm going to play it the exact same here. They changed their line, which I actually think the Docked Octopus was pretty good here. So I'm quite happy about that. Seems like a misplay to me. We draw the Nimrod. Obviously, if we hit Destroyer, we're feeling quite good about that. It's possible we might get Leeched. I think they just played the Time Stone. I'm not too scared of Leech. I still have a turn to top deck Panther or Doom. Destroyer wouldn't be particularly good. Because it does lose me the right lane. Oh my god, 50-50. Wait, everything's going to get stormed. Oh, that's something.
Wind, aid my hand.
That is something.
Wind,
Never seen that
aid
one
my
before.
hand.
And we do have the Sunspot. We just need to draw the Panther. If we draw the Panther, we are laughing to the bank here. The Panther! We still play it, of course. What do you think of Psylocke? Yeah, you could play... Zabu, if you've got it, would be better than Psylocke, probably. Yeah, pretty close. We might be winning. Like, I could probably snap here because there's a good chance they retreat. Even though I don't have anything, this is a bluff. This is me trying to salvage a win. My Electro is 8 points. But with Sunspot on the board and with Shuri in Wong, surely they should be running. So I'm bluffing, of course, but they're roping. I'm worried they're opening up the stream right now. Hopefully they got hit with a long, long ad. They play on. That's a weak play. That's a really weak play. We should have it. Yeah, it's a win. Right? It's a win. Yeah, and they might not even realize. They will. I have 7 energy, right? So... Ah! They might not realize that I have 7 energy. They might not realize I have 7 energy, but I'm winning the tiebreaker. Hopefully they snap, right? Lock it in. So yeah, we managed to get the win. They do realize. Okay. Let's go. I don't know why they played Mind Stone. Sure they had something better. Yo, it's Chachi as well. Thanks again so much for the Prime sub, dude. I really appreciate the support. It means a lot. Yeah, I guess we just take the Destroyer. You don't need Kang. There's like no deck where you ever need Kang. Kang is just a nice addition to this one. I'm going to snap with the Doombot in Jotunheim. That just seems really good for us.
Victory.
Even if they're like on YouTube stream, watch ad. Ah, that's a good reminder actually. If anyone, if you're watching on YouTube, please give the stream a like. It helps out a lot. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I'm just kind of struggling at the moment to decide like what I want my stream schedule to be. I really don't fucking know, mate. It's a weird one. It's really weird. So at the moment it's a bit all over the place. We'll work it out at some point. Okay, we have a pretty decent hand for the Electro game plan of like Electro left, Nimrod right, Zola right, Destroyer. Something like Decimain would be nicer. It's 5 energy, so the question is, do we go for the Electro still? The answer is probably not, I guess. Oh, we could still go for it. Maybe it's the best line still. We also get the addition of Wong being in there too, which is actually pretty nice. So we just go Electro mid. Weird one. Really weird one, actually. Because I want to Zola the right. I guess one can be at the right if I'm Zolaing the right. This is fine. Been pumping really hard with this deck. A lot of 8 cube donations. Rip. Yeah, that's why Kang, I think, is very important. I mean, it's not very important, but it definitely improves the deck because I think you do lose too many 8 cubers otherwise to cards like Arrow and Shang-Chi. Oh, Brood is a flipping disaster. That's a nightmare. I guess we just go Destroyer first and then Zola. Which is maybe fine. I think we can snap still. We'll wait and snap on 5 when we can. I guess we just snap with Kang to be safe. Oof, the Panther too. So yeah, I want to play Zola onto my Nimrod, which would put Wong and Nimrod elsewhere, right? And then I could come through with Destroyer, but the Broodlings are just making that way too awkward. So we're just going to Destroyer in the Wong lane instead. And then we have a decision to make whether we go Zola, Doom, or Panther. All reasonable options on the final turn. Okay, the Heroes of Aero, which is pretty good knowledge, because that does take away quite a lot of our points. Maybe they changed their mind. We still play it the exact same, we're just not going to snap. So yeah, the arrow denies us getting the second trigger of Destroyer. Snap makes them do something different. Maybe. I would imagine they just do the same thing. Regardless. And the main concern for us here is Shang-Chi is probably just beating us. Zola's making little to no sense. Shang-Chi is beating us. Sorry, Doom is making no sense. The only play we have is Zola. We'll play it out for 2. We lose to Shang. How about Odin? Yeah, you could, because we play Electra now. You could slot in Odin into this one, yep. I'm certainly not very confident. I want to see the breakdown. Free cards are on display. Yeah, I'm really hoping I can get my the arrow. Oh, this hits the jug too. Fair enough. If this goes mid, are we okay? We might be okay. If it goes mid, and I think we win. Let's go. Beautiful. 50-50 win. Love that.
Victory.
This deck is just popping the hell off, chat. Kang's definitely worth buying, yes. But I would say it's not. It shouldn't really be a priority. Because it's just a card which you can't build the deck around. It's just a card you can slot into a lot of decks. I think it's also quite hard to work out which decks Kang fits into, but I think this is just like a perfect example, really. We have a bunch of cards in here which are just like, because it's like a very heavy curve, right? Why am I typing after every game? I'm writing down timestamps for a YouTube video. Rather than like, it's just efficiency, right? Rather than going back afterwards and like finding the best games. And I would probably end up with suboptimal games. Sexting? Yeah, exactly. Wave this early. Kind of weird.
I wouldn't do it.
Might be Galactus, of course. I don't think Venom's offering you much, honestly. It's like you're gonna play Venom on turn 6 when you just want to play Zola or Destroyer, right? So Venom's only good if you miss Destroyer. What?
I am Iron Man.
Venom's only good if you miss Destroyer,
Wakanda forever.
Zola, and even then, are you really playing it over Doom? I don't think you would. Weird play. Very weird. Sure.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I think Kang, like the most comparable card I can say to Kang is America Chavez in a weird way. Where it's a card which you don't really feel the impact that much when you add it into a deck, but it's just like a card which makes a big impact across a lot of decks. Similarly, Chavez isn't good in every single deck, but she's good in a lot of decks, right? I think she's good in more decks than people realize, and I think Kang is the same. I think Kang and... I wouldn't compare it to Daredevil. I think it's much more similar to Chavez. It's just a card which you can put in your deck, which makes the rest of your deck better, which is very, very powerful. Because like there's 1 in 12 games, not 1 in 12, like there's 1 in 6 games where you're drawing Kang on 5 or 6. It's also just turning your deck into an 11 card deck, right? Cher reminds me of the boy with the striped pajamas. Thank you so much. I'm not so sure that's a good thing necessarily, but thank you anyway.
Wakanda forever.
Well, I think they won the right lane. I'm a bit worried that we might be losing here, to be honest. If your deck can afford to run 11 cards. Yeah, I mean, this deck's really running 10 cards, right? So I have Chavez as well. Love my win against Amos, thanks. But when I hit Infinite in a moment, we're going to watch the games back. And yeah, I'm going to be posting my video later on today with like my reaction to those games. Mega Red, what a juicer play. Yeah, I doubt we can beat this. Yeah, we can't. We got absolutely gamered. But Kang saves the day. Obviously, the Zola really cost us. It put points into the lane I'm losing by a mile. Fair play to the opponent.
I am Iron Man.
Oh, we just drew Kang. We can destroy it and kill all our stuff. Is that actually good because of Nimrod? Wait, does that work? It doesn't, right? So if I destroy a mid, because I'm losing to the onslaught, right? I have nothing left. If I destroy a left, I'm losing mid. I only have 7 points mid. GG.
Escaped.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna go for a quick wee. Oh, what a waste of time. Oh, what a waste of time. What a waste of time. Oh, what a waste of time. 15 cubes to go, baby. Alright, that'll get us there. We could storm it, but Superflow is probably quite good for us with Wong Shuri. We don't benefit off Pegasus here, so let's storm the right.
Wind, aid my hand.
I kind of regret not snapping. I'm going to snap now, even though I don't have a lot of the cards I'm looking for. But Panther, Nimrod, Doom are all fine here. So we're guaranteed to hit one of those by turn 5, right? We could hit Zola, Destroyer, I guess. It's very unlikely. Destroyer wouldn't be that bad. It would be pretty bad. Do we play this on spot? Probably. Oh, please don't hit the Electro. That's fine. It is a bit of an issue for us, though. I'm a bit concerned by this Dr. Octopussy play. Galactus? I honestly did not see that coming. I'm sure he doesn't go through, regrettably. So I think we're probably losing. I mean, they lost their death, but...
Escaped.
Wasn't really anything we could do about that. District X. Okay. Oh, that's really good for us.
Oh, snap. Opponent snapped.
Okay. That's a bit of a spanner in the works. Such a big spanner in the works. I guess we're still going to play the Destroyer. So we just want to empty our hand in case of Ronin. This is off District X, but even still. I think there's like no point in playing anything here. They're going for it. They don't like the hand. What? Do they have null or something? It's like the only explanation, right? Null is a bit scary because I'm gonna slam Destroyer right now. Oh! The angel! The District X Angel. Well, let's see if it's null. They probably just run after that. Oh. It's... Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, this is win still, right? I think Agatha's always gonna go there anyway, but this wins still. I'm very surprised they played on.
Victory.
Just saw round 2 of the Infinity Gauntlet. Jeff's doing kind of fire. Yeah, I mean, his deck's amazing. I honestly, like, my matchup, I think he... Oh, I mean, he did get very lucky. No doubt. It was a completely horrific matchup for me. I scrimmed it for 4 hours, and I did not win a single series in battle mode in scrims. The matchup was so bad. There were some lines. My snap was amazing. I played it so fucking well, man. I lost a 50-50. The commentators didn't really do a good job of explaining that, but I was in such a bad matchup. So, the fact that it came down to a 50-50, right? For 8 cubes in a matchup, which my win rate is probably like 15% per game. Like, the commentators didn't really explain that very well, but it's also like not an obvious thing. But yeah, like I said, I did not win this matchup once in 15, not 15. I did not win this match once in like 3 hours of scrims against Bane. Like in a whole battle mode. My win rate per game was probably like 20%. So the fact that I basically got it down to a 50-50, like, the reason I snapped, even though I felt like I was probably at like 35% there, 40%, in the position that I snapped, but it was a position where I could win from, which I was right in thinking, right? It literally came down to a 50-50 on where I placed my demon. So, I was actually very, very happy with how I played. Just got unlucky. Oh mate, the matchup was so bad. Like, it's pretty easy to not realize how bad it was for me. It doesn't, like, at first you think, oh, it's really bad because I'm playing Cog stuff and he's got Falcon Beast, but then like you're like, oh well, maybe he's gonna like pick up rocks and stuff, but it just doesn't play out like that. It just doesn't matter. So like, I have Green Goblin, he has Beast, right? I can try and clog a full lane. That's like where all my points come from. I don't really have points, and then you can just Falcon. Yeah, exactly. If I just played Demon mid. I mean, this is the thing, right? I think the commentators just didn't really notice that. Which is understandable. Who would know this matchup? But had the commentators been more like, oh, Speci clearly with the snap thinks that this is a bad matchup for him and he's trying to win a high stakes game to win the series. Like, if I win 4 cubes there, right? I'm only like 3 ahead of Jeff. It was absolutely correct for me to snap. It was a 50-50, basically, is what I got it down to. It wasn't quite a 50-50. It didn't look as obvious that it was a 50-50 going into that turn. But it was. I lost it on a 50-50, right?
Snap.
We can snap. I guess I could have waited a turn because I can. Can you swap decks? Yeah, you have like a deck locked in for each. The winner's bracket and loser's bracket. Yeah, you have to swap decks when you hit loser's bracket. What tier? I don't know. I think the deck's okay, but it's hard to tell. I'd say it's like low tier 2. I think it's underrated. But I've not seen anyone with as nice of a list as the one I'm playing right here. So yeah, basically the conclusion is it was a really bad matchup for me. I did have some lines to win, for sure. It wasn't like unwinnable or anything like that. But my strategy going in was I want a high stakes game. I just want to pick my moment because my win rate was very low. Probably around 15%, like I say. 20% or so. So I just had to pick my moment and try and find a moment where I could just win a high stakes game. And this was an 8 cube game, which literally came down to a 50-50. Like, if I place my demon mid instead of left, I win. So, I got a matchup where I felt like my chances were about 15 to 20%. To a 50-50. It's obviously a really good position to be in. So, I'm very happy with how I played. I just got a little bit unlucky. I think I maybe could have made the read on what he did. To be honest, I got hung up on Aero for too long. I wasted too much time thinking of Aero, so then I just didn't have time to even consider my demon positioning. It was just kind of a I'll slam it here kind of situation.
Victory.
Nice win. Hey Ben, what's up? Yeah, but the VODs are also getting lots of views. Like, a lot of the VODs are on like 40,000 views. I don't think it's fair to say it's so bad, to be honest. Wouldn't agree with that. But yeah, it was also like a weird spot to be in. Like, I definitely see why Jeff stayed in it as well. It was almost like a perfect recipe for success in some ways for me. I'm wondering if Bossinus is good against Sam Doom. I think it's probably not. Hey Blevins, what's up man? Good to see you.
My hand.
Surprise first place. I'm not certain. I don't like the Citadel situation here. Maybe I should have played not into the Storm Moon. Just have to hope the Citadel goes right, basically. Yeah, they snapped because they're like, oh, I'm winning the flooding, but the flooding isn't even going to be there. That's a shame for us, to be honest. Tricky one. We either go for the Panther or the Nimrod. Obviously, they're the only two options. Doom looks fine though, so I think we just go points on Panther.
Wakanda forever.
Should be fine. That APOC is pretty huge though. Yeah, maybe we're not so fine. It's possible we have to roll the Zola here. The 1 in 3 to win. If I go Doom left, I'm at 25. They play 9 plus 6, which is 15. They definitely are winning the left if they want to. So I'm going to take the 1 in 3 here to win the game. Wait, they played this so badly though. I didn't even need to take the 1 in 3. Fuck. Do we ever win? No, we don't win the tiebreak.
Wind, aid my
They played that so badly. So I was just winning with Doom. Why would they not play the Chavez? This make okay. Heartbreaking. If I just play the Doom, I win. Ah, dear. Never mind. That's like the first big misplay, if you like, of the day, but if I roll the 1 in 3, I win still. Pretty good start. Oh, God. I mean, at least I have a sunspot down. Oh, imagine Nimrod went mid. But yeah, it was a really interesting game against Jeff. I'm definitely happy with how I played it. On another day, I think people would have been singing my praises a bit more, you know? Like, there was an opening. There was just an opening. Like, in a typical game, it would be a bad snap. Because it's like, okay, I wouldn't snap in a typical game, but I'm snapping because I'm so unfavored, and I saw that there was a potential for me winning. Like, I had Killmonger Demon into Cloning Vats on 5, which then also meant that he was worried about Killmonger on 6. Even though that was not my play, it was still a big threat. I'm gonna snap, honestly. Pretty good balance. Sup, Spech, who mogged you unlucky? Higher IQ, what can I say? Yeah, high IQ and a 50-50. That's what it came down to. High IQ wins 50-50s. Makes sense. It's fine. This is why I want to share my thoughts on it as well, right? This game, like, just when I was reading the comments, it wasn't clear that my play was actually very good. It was very bold.
Wakanda forever.
Oh, it actually is Galactus. Oh, breaker. I didn't see that coming. Ouch. Alright, I guess we're just losing to old Nolly Boy, right? They don't necessarily have it, though. Wow. Very fucking skilled. Fuck! 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 We just tanked so much. I was basically there. We even beat death, basically, right? Probably should have just conceded. When I'm this close to 100. Let's focus up. Sure, she'll get nerfed. Do I think she'll get nerfed? Honestly? Not massively. I wanted that win, man. That's where Kang's also really nice to just check if the Galactus players actually do have the nuts. Oh, that looks promising. Oh, snap! They might have a way of getting more points in there, but let's hope they bloody don't. Do we want to play the Electro?
Victory.
Yeah, also, like, take nothing away from Jeff. Like, Jeff's deck is so fucking awesome, man. It's definitely my favorite deck from the tournament. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. But I'm just, you know, I just want you guys to know that I'm very, very happy with how I played in that matchup. I actually think I played the Jeff game better than I played the KM game, to be honest. And people were praising me for my gameplay against KM. I think Jeff was actually the best I played the whole tournament. I was super happy with it. Obviously unhappy that I lost, but I was bold, I was brave, like the decisions were ballsy, and it worked out. Okay, Frisky Boy, that's just, like, you're just getting banned. This is just a straight ban, bro. Like, get the fuck out of it, man. I don't want people like bad-mouthing other streamers and also using autism as a negative. Like, get the fuck out of my chat, dude. You're not welcome here.
Snap.
I regret snapping. I forgot it's fucking Galactus already. Oops. I regret snapping. I need to focus up. Yeah, big shout out to Bevins as well. Thanks, mods. Stream some Marvel Snap. Spider-Man. Alright. Did this geezer change his fucking deck? Between games? Is that what's happening? Or were they playing this last time? Maybe I'm just confused. I have a feeling that Destroyer Mid is winning. Just double up deck? No. Like, it's not an insult in my opinion, but if you feel that way, it's your stream. No, it was being used as an insult. That's my whole fucking point. It was being used as an insult. Non-negotiably. I have worked with many children with autism. I am very interested in the topic of autism. I'm pretty clued in on the subject, and I'm not having people fucking badmouth it and use it as an insult in my stream and just slagging off other streamers when they're not here to defend themselves. We have a decision to make. Do I really want to lose more cubes to this guy? Not really. Am I going to anyway? Yeah. I guess I am. I mean, this is like my only line, but I think it's probably losing anyway. Oh, winnable. Just molding a bit at myself right now, playing like shit. Should have conceded. Guys. We were just like, it was so smooth to infinite, and I've just messed up big time. Couple games. Anyway, let's relax a bit. I want to start focusing up. Yeah, we're at 99 and I did start pumping. I blame chat. Thank you. Thank you for costing me, chat. You douchebags. Okay, I don't really like that. Must confess. I guess that's Electro. To get rid of our good stuff, like Panther and Doom. Oh, lordy. I mean, I guess we don't really care so much. Oh, we can go Destroyer and then Doom.
Oh, snap.
Maybe I shouldn't have gone Destroyer here because we're giving them Panther then. Mate, we were cruising though. We were at 99, and then I just tanked like 16 cubes in the last few games by just not focusing enough. I regret my positioning on Destroyer here. It's possible I could give them Doom instead of Panther, but I don't feel great about that either. It's also possible we could Zola, the Green Goblin. It's kind of hilarious. Maybe not the best of Kamal in play. We'll go for this. Panther's 16 points mid, which doesn't get them ahead as it stands. Yeah, I've just been talking to chat and I've not been focusing on the gameplay exactly. We should have played Kang. That's for sure. There's no reason not to. Ooh, that's a pretty cool play. They give us both of these cards. The good news for us is we still beat Panther mid. They'd have to top deck a 1-drop. Which is possible. They could still beat us mid with a top deck. But we hit the... give us Arrow, which should just win. Ooh. Bit of a weird one with Arrow though, because we could move the Demon. Like if we play the Polaris. We have so much energy, which is nice, but... Do we actually want to play the Polaris? I'm leaning towards no, right? Should be fine. Zola could beat us. If it hits Demon. Ah, Zola doesn't beat us. We would win the right.
Victory.
Yeah, this is my deck. I've been playing like this Nimrod list since kind of the early patch, but I never really optimized it. But this is feeling like the best version of it by a distance. I've always been a pretty big believer in Nimrod, actually. I'm definitely liking the Electro edition. That's been the main difference compared to previous iterations. Fairly sure we always take the Storm here on Dream Dimension. It's just not very good for us.
Snap.
Wind, aid my hand.
That's fine. We can go Nimrod mid and then Destroyer right. I guess we still play the Electro here. We can't actually... I should Kang. I can't Kang next turn. I'm thinking we win the right and the left. Oh, because... Oh, wow. That's a weird play. Why did they do that? Do they also have Destroyer then? I guess they must. Yeah, they concede. Yeah, I'm only tying left, right? Hey, Ben. Oh, man, Kang's amazing in this deck. I just started playing quite badly in the last few, wasting some cubes. We were at like 99. We climbed like from 87 or so in like an hour and a half. Probably gonna storm the Mindscape. Definitely a snap.
Victory.
Can I say about Black Panther? You can, yeah. You can just replace it with Red Skull. Black Panther just has some synergy with Wong, in case you, and with Zola in case you miss Shuri. Yeah, it's a pretty easy replacement for Red Skull. If you don't have Panther. Replacement for Kang. Oh, ordering! This order could be so beautiful. I think it's pretty good still, right? Not quite perfect. Not bad though.
Wakanda forever.
The concern is Shang-Chi though. Right? Like Shang-Chi's just fucking us up so hard. So they can only Galactus the right. I think next weekend is the last weekend of it actually. Scare them away that we might be arrowing them. Nice, let's go.
Victory.
Go on the Kang! We just to scare them that we're gonna arrow them. That's a confident snap. That's why I like this Kang play here. Yeah, I was writing down like good games every like few minutes with this deck before. That was the first one for 35 minutes that I wrote down. So I just stopped playing well.
Breaking news.
Wolverine's pretty cool. This feels almost snap worthy. I can go Nimrod and Storm, but doesn't feel too good. Let's snap. What do you think the best deck right now for Thor? For what? Oh, for Thor?
Enough said.
Yeah, I think the tournament's ending next weekend. Snap's looking a little bit on the dicey side now. They are not a Shang-Chi deck. So we can go Panther Zola probably to win. Morbius is more of a threat than Modok is, which is why I'm going Storm mid. Okay, we don't even need...
Aid my hand.
Opponent snapped.
They snap, really? Do we stay in? I mean, we can Kang to see what they're up to. So go Dracula, which is a little on the spooky side, I must admit. I have 16 points mid, which I don't think is going to be enough. If I go Panther Zola. Maybe I'll just play the Panther anyway.
Wakanda forever.
Feels like a loss. They only have one card in hand. Ooh. That's very interesting. So if they play nothing, Doom wins. Does Doom win? If they play nothing, Doom wins, yeah. Nice, let's go. Whew! Oh, I didn't even realize it was only a 3-point swarm. My goodness. Oh, because Chavez got thinned. Right, Chavez got thinned. Damn, okay, we could have maybe even got more from them there. They maybe just concede if I snap though, right? They surely concede if I snap. Just wasted a lot of gold on these daily mission refills. Well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure next weekend is the last weekend of the games. I don't know how much they've announced about it yet, so I'll keep my lips sealed. Did I enjoy Gwen? I did. That's good. What was your thought process playing Junk for winners instead of Thanos? I thought more people would play Thanos in winners bracket, and my first 2 games were probably the toughest 2 out of anyone in the tournament. Like, my first 2 games were KM and Jeff. So it's like, bring Thanos and then lose. Sounded kind of bad, right? Instead of Kang, you can play quite a few things. Odin could be an idea. I think Psylocke and Zabu are also okay. When did I play Amaz? Not that long ago, actually. It was just before I went to Germany. It's like a week ago. I also played my other opponent, which I guess is public. I want to make sure. I don't know if it's public knowledge who my next opponent was. I played my next opponent the same day as Amaz. Shortly afterwards. Yo, Flake! It has... Okay, I mean, Flake saying it? Yeah, it was me versus Bevins next. I guess it must have been ours. What's up, Flake? Very good. Love to see you. I saw a Shuri, no? Which superhero t-shirt? Mate, I'm actually running out, but I did buy 2 more superhero t-shirts when I was in Germany. Funny you should say that. In Germany, they have like these really cool shops called like Hermana, where it's like thrift shopping, but the clothes there are pretty high quality. Kind of a little bit overpriced, some of them. But I found 2 cool Marvel shirts. Marvel shirt number 1. Pretty cool. It's just like some Avenger thing. Ratings out of 10? I would say it's a solid 4. 4's good though. And then I got a Fantastic Four one, which I think is cooler. I don't have that handy. Oh, snap. We're gonna snap. Missy mate, I'm hanging with Blevins and I'm telling him the story of when we went to that Polish mosque. Oh my god. It was so good. What was the thing they kept saying? DJ sucks. In Polish. We were like outside in Warsaw. And there's a mosh pit on the streets. And they just kept singing DJ sucks. It was so good. Zola wins. I'm sure. It must do, right? Does it win? Does it actually win? We end up with maybe too many points to the left, because the destroyer to the left kills the destroyer to the... Destroyer that's left kills the destroyer mid. No, it doesn't. I don't know how this works. No, the destroyer mid survives, isn't it?
Oh, snap.
The destroyer mid survives. Wait. Yeah, the Magneto made 5. I was like, the Magneto... I think we win. Captain Marvel is a bit of a spanner in the works, I guess. I'm sticking with my gut. My gut feeling is that we win. Wait, do we even win? Yeah, we win. Right? We must win. Surely. Don't call me Shirley. That's a victory, mate. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, mate.
Victory.
Yo, Antonio, what's up? That's a sweet shirt. Thanks. Can I ask the reason you're not just going for one Black Panther Zola mid? Because it loses to Shang-Chi, whereas Nimrod doesn't. And it was also worse against Arrow. Why Batman? Why? Because I found it in a charity shop for like £3.50, and I love Batman. Yeah, really good see fake. I'm excited for this Disney card game as well when that comes out. Pretty keen to get involved in that. I know you've been doing a podcast. Guys, if you're interested in the new Disney Lorcana card game that's coming out later this year, my friend Flake here has a podcast on it. Flake, do you want to link it? Or could any mods link it, please? Bit of a weird one. I guess we'll just do it like this. We're getting back. I know. Dara's doing the 0 to 100. I know. I'll beat him tomorrow. If he sets the record, I'll just beat him tomorrow. Don't worry. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I wanted to do it today, but didn't quite make sense with timings. Okay, we could go for the Zola on Storm for the triple Storm. Is that good? I'm gonna go ahead and say that's pretty fucking good. It's so stupid. Triple Storm in one turn, but I think it's got to be correct. I have a Sunspot down on the board. I have an Electro, so I can slam Black Panther next turn. Look at this.
Wind.
Triple Storm in one turn. Hello.
Wind, aid my hand.
This is good, right? We have Sunspot, and I can play the Panther because of Electro. We just have to make sure we win. Another lane alongside the Sunspot lane, so we'll go Panther mid. I guess. Please don't Cosmo me mid. This draws us another card as well. Yeah, Black Panther is enough to beat that mid. Oh no, the YouTube sex bots are here, guys. They found us. It's a shame it's only a 2-cuber. Nice work, mods. That was me. I did it myself. Thank you for the compliment.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda for flipping ever, bro. Look at that. What a victory. What a bloody victory, mate. The triple storm. Woo!
Victory.
Alright, we're back where we were like 40 minutes ago before chat started tanking. You douchebags. 10 cubes away. I make big water play here, note self make you short for YouTubes. Yeah, actually that's exactly what I wrote. How did you know? Yellow Jacket. This guy, we played against a Yellow Jacket game earlier that was Galactus. That's my hunch right now. Storm is basically side-chicked after show. It's true. It really is. I love Storm. I've just gone off of her a bit recently because of all the Thanos gamers, but Storm's pretty underrated overall, I think. Flip! They have another Cosmo, so Wong seems pretty bad, huh? They never do it again, guys. They never... Trust me. Trust me, they never do it again.
Wind, aid my hand.
Oh, what a waste of time. What a waste of time. I'm not really sure what to do, so still. I think Nimrod mid is fine. We know they have a Cosmo, which they could kind of finesse us a wee bit. They'd have to go Cosmo and a card. How much did I climb? I climbed like... I was at like 87 or 88 at the start. But obviously you go straight to 95. I mean, they need to play Cosmo and a card, because otherwise Destroyer is probably just winning. Like if they just play Cosmo and nothing else, I think I'm fine. Don't look great for us, does it?
Escaped.
GG. Back to 89, rip. 98. Yeah, YouTube chat can see Twitch messages the same way you can see theirs. I wasted so much gold on these mission refills, but I've not been playing much this week. Any good sub for Kang? Odin, I think is pretty good. Wait, I think it's going to take me 2 more hours to get infinite? Wait, what? What? Is that really what just happened? I didn't see it. That's one big weakness of this restream chat that I have. I miss polls and stuff. I really should just move over to Twitch. Yeah, it's quite likely that the YouTube streams are going to stop soon, to be honest. I don't know. I'm having a big dilemma with it all still, but I think it's quite likely that I'm going to have to stop doing them. Oh, snap. Storm in New York. They might not concede because they're like, well, I can just move into New York. New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. You guys think I'm a good singer?
Victory.
Pretty good, right? Or they just reality stone bar. Let's not talk about it. This Storm is my favorite because she's my bot Storm. She has a gold background but no particle effect. She's my rarest card that I own. That song sounds wrong in British. I'll have you know that who sings it, Alicia Keys, she is actually British. Fun fact of the day. I bet you didn't know that. Now you do. You're welcome.
Snap.
Also, North Face is a British brand. Ask Dara. Guys, someone go and tell Dara that Alicia Keys is British and so is North Face. Thank you. Please let me know what he says. I call sus what you think I would lie to you. I would never do that.
Wakanda forever.
I would never lie. Why are they waving, bruv? Anybody know? I'm scared but won't let it show. My biggest fear is no control. Oh! Nice. Good start. 50-50 time. Oh! Wakanda! For... Ever. Destroyer. Baby. That's insane in the membrane. That's cray cray. We want the Wong to go, heh? Wait, isn't that really fucking good? Wait, heh? Huh? Huh? What? You what, mate? What just happened? Huh? Huh? What? Why did they... I'm so... Huh? I'm very confused. Thank you for the Professor X. Thank you for the Professor X. Cheers, Jace.
Victory.
Cheers, lad. Oh yeah, because no one... It's impossible to put your own name as a bot's name. It's impossible. You can't do it. I could not name myself Jace. Impossible! Yoshi! Yoshi! Is that a good impression, guys? What do you think? What do you reckon? Storm to the right because it looks like Galactus? Bit of a spanner in the works, isn't it? This is a huge dilemma. What do we do? What if, hear me out, we Zola the Sunspot? That's broken! You just thought I heard Yoshi? Mate, I think I've got a career as a voice actor. Honestly. Storm Zola again. That's OP. No, we can't do it. What was the line I was gonna make? The line I was gonna make seemed really good. Oh yeah, this.
Oh, snap.
Then we can Shuri and then Sam Doom if we find it. I thought they were gonna Galactus us.
Wind, aid my hand.
Ah! Flip! We can come back from this, guys. Guys. They don't have anything they can...
Kneel before Galactus.
Why would they not play that till turn 6, though? Yoshi!
Escape.
That wasn't as good, was it? Yo! Kraylu! 7 minutes ago, you subbed. Sorry that I only just saw it. Kraylu! Hey! Hey, Kraylu, you there? Dude, thank you so much for the sub. 20 months. 7 minutes ago. You said Yoshi wrong. It's Yoshi, not Yashi. Yoshi! That was bad. Okay, I quit. Yoshi! Yeah. Ah! I spoiled it. I got too confident. Remember, guys, when we win this, when we hit Infinite with this deck, we're gonna quick time watch my games from EE that got broadcast last night against Jeff and Amaz. Give you my thoughts, feelings, and opinions on them. Ooh, Wakanda for fucking ever, bruv. The Storm Machine World, maybe? Because Zola into Quantum Tunnel looks fucking insane in the membrane. Oh, we got the Morb. Let's go.
Snap.
Seems like an easy snap, no?
Wakanda forever.
No! What the? Ah! Lord. I don't even know what just happened. That wasn't a very good play. Went bad, I guess. There ain't really that much to hit. The Shuri. Shuri for Chavez buff is kind of decent, I guess. You could hit Chavez and redraw the Doom as well. Copium. It's a big lad. That's a very large lad. Yeah, I'm not so sure we're winning this one. Okay, draw the Doom, draw the Doom, draw the Doom, draw the Doom, draw the Doom. Rip. I could still roll Doom off the left. Copium. We could have played the Morb as well, just to see what the other Quantum Tunnel card is. We just can't win from here, right? Maybe I shouldn't have retreated while the Kang animation's going on. I might.
Escape.
I might have bugged the game out. 2 secs. Rolling data don't provide. Congrats, baby Thanos. That's OP. Let's look at this destroyer here. Yeah. We should probably not play it here in case we like roll Zola into Grand Central on the destroyer. Guess a Dark Hawk deck of some sort. Death's Domain is pretty good for us. We can play the Electra in there and not bother with Storm.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, seems like a no-brainer. It's hot location. I also didn't really realize until I was like an hour in the stream. I was like, oh wait, what's the hot location? I thought it was a different one as well. Because a different one had shown up so many times.
Opponent snapped.
Interesting.
Wakanda forever.
I want to slam the Zola this turn, but it's nice to just check if they're going to arrow me or not. Oh, what do you know? Yeah, I think we're just winning with Doom and Chavez mid. Should be fine. Obviously, we could go for it still, call their bluff, but I just don't think there's a need to here. I mean, interestingly, we can actually Zola the Doom. Is that good? Yeah, it's just definitely good, right? They can't arrow us because I have initiative. Kang doing the business yet again, man. Because I think if it wasn't for Kang, we would have just gone for the Zola play on 5 there. Yeah, they already played Shang. But yeah, this is just more points mid than Chavez even would be, right? And we'll just get a better distribution of points. Nice. Pretty close. Chavez was still winning though. Love it.
Victory.
Big victory. Very close to infinite now. We have been for a while though. 4 away. This is the one. This is the game for infinite. Oh my god, it's Colin. Very famous gamer. Gravish, yeah. I'm gonna go for the Nimrod. Not really sure there's a huge argument for either. Wong just has like more synergy with... So Black Panther's just synergy with Wong, so I think it's slightly better to hold on to this. TVA, wow. Pretty spooky actually. But we're gonna snap on Claw and Kang.
Time's up. Time's up.
Snap.
I think the game is ending. Just a hunch. Mystique for Blue Marvel. Oh, for Ant-Man. Oh no, that's so bad. We're basically winning on board here. I mean, I guess we're just playing Panther to the right still. Obviously, if they change their play, we're toast.
Time's up.
Oh, snap.
Maybe they realize the error of their ways. They go mid instead. We beat that though. Nice, and that's infinite rank.
Wakanda forever.
GG. Infinite, super smooth. We had like a little bit of a dodgy patch where I was just misplaying. That was really smooth. Very, very easy. This deck is very good. Best Nimrod deck I've played. I'll do a... There we go. Infinite. Easy. We'll do a little deck intro and then we'll watch our games. This is the best... Oh, let's start again. This is the best Nimrod deck I've ever played in Marvel Snap. It got me to Infinite super smoothly in just a few hours. I went from rank 88 all the way to 100. And it just performed incredibly well. The key to this one is the fact that... let me start again. This was bad. Isn't the feature location kind of pushing the deck forward? A little, but not that much, honestly. I don't think the feature location is that good for us. Like, it should... Like, not compared to other decks, right? Take 3. Oh yeah, I can just do it in one take. This is the best Nimrod deck I've ever played in Marvel Snap. It's absolutely popping off. It got me to infinite rank in no time at all. I went from 88 to 100 in just a few hours, and it was super smooth. The key... The key card in this deck is Storm, locking off one of the locations, which you can then win really easily later on. And we have a whole bunch of options of ways of winning. We have Doctor Doom, which really surprises a lot of people, which beats cards like Shang-Chi and Arrow, which a lot of people will try to play against this deck. You have Black Panther with Arnim Zola. You have Nimrod with Arnim Zola. You have Nimrod with Destroyer as well. So many options. Another really interesting option with this one is the Electro. You can play Electro on turn 3, which allows you to play Nimrod on 4, Zola on 5, and then Destroyer on 6, and you end up with basically a board full of Nimrods. The Sunspot's in there as just a nice little energy gainer. The Kang is a really amazing card in this one because there's so many times you do lose those 8 cube games to cards like Arrow, cards like Zola. Sorry, cards like Kang is in there because there's so many cards which you lose 8 cubes to, cards like Cosmo, cards like Arrow and Shang-Chi. And with Kang, you can just do the check to see if they have it. If they don't have it, a lot of the time they'll just concede and you win 4 cubes as safe as anything. And then if they do have it, you know, maybe you need to play your Doctor Doom or you maybe just need to run away. Really impressive, this deck. It's my favorite deck of the season so far, and I hope you guys give it a fair chance. If you are missing a few of the cards, Kang, for example, can definitely be replaced. I think a really good option would be Odin, because then you can just do normal Electro stuff. I think you also might want to consider playing Psylocke or Zabu, because that allows you to do Wong on 3, Shuri on 4, Nimrod on 5, and then a huge Destroyer on 6 on a 20-point Nimrod. Hope you guys enjoyed the deck. Like the video and subscribe for more. That worked out. See you later in a while. Alright, we're going to watch our... games against Jeff. And then we're going to do a sponsored segment on the stream, which is Cards of Eternity. So yeah, my games yesterday against Jeff and Amaz. We'll watch them back, and I'll give you my thoughts and feelings on them. I'm also going to be posting a YouTube video on this later. What about Sandman? I can kind of see it, but maybe not. I don't know.
Ego takes the wheel.
Wait, they had an ego game and they both snapped? I didn't even know that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Hey everybody, welcome to coverage of the Infinity
Is this a good spot for me?
Marvel Snap Invitational. I'm Maria Bartholdi, joined by Mani Devooti, and we've been having a great time in this tournament going through the matches. And today we are kicking it off with stuff in the winners bracket, round number 2. Let's take a look at our bracket and find out what's already happened so far in this tournament, Mani. It's been great.
Yeah, it really has. Just getting to.
So yeah, if you didn't see, my first game was against KM.
We have seen across all cards.
Real smooth.
Win in round number 1. Let's find out who will be watching here. We've got Jeff Hoagland versus Specimen.
Jeff Hoagland, ladies and
playing
gents.
A super sweet bounce deck, Monty. I love this deck.
Yeah, this deck is really cool. You're not seeing the normal
deck is so cool.
Zabu style Darkhawk decks that we have seen in the past. Instead,
nice picture.
Jeff Hoagland is really
it's an
trying
old
to
one from the Gwent
maximize the
days.
power of Beast and Falcon to abuse these on reveal abilities like Korg, like Black Widow, and that's how you keep the size of your Darkhawk up. There's also Bishop, which is always
and yeah, like I said, guys, super
super
rough matchup.
Style deck that features Beast and Falcon, and just cards like Mysterio.
Wait, Blevins here would disappear. What did he have, like
a lot of value? So
reality stone or something
cool
onto it?
What it does, and it feels like Jeff has really come with a plan here for the winners bracket.
Absolutely. This deck's a blast to play, everybody. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend it. Going up against Specimen's garbage list, and that's not me just calling it garbage. It just literally is about making garbage, Monty.
Yeah, it's called cloggers! Really garbage cool is an American-ism.
Almost feels like a hazmat deck, but it's not playing hazmat. You see cards like
it's called rubbish, not garbage.
Goblin, just trying to give your opponents things
I call it
that
cloggers.
Matter, and then taking advantage of them with cards.
It's
like
cloggers.
Woman. One of the things that is a bit concerning for me for Specimen is Specimen is hoping to create a board that will stay there and clog things up. From
yes, commentator.
side. Jeff has cards like Beast and Falcon.
Yes,
that are
commentator.
really going to disrupt
Good
the
job.
game plan. Yes, it is going to fill up his hand with a bunch of garbage, as is the name of the deck. But that's better than being on the
It doesn't matter, yeah. It really doesn't work out to matter. You might think picking the rocks up is a big issue for Jeff, but it just didn't matter in scrims at all.
Against each other, and yet there's still a bit of an advantage going to one of the off-meta decks all the same.
Yeah, this is gonna be really awesome. Let's head on down to the game.
Oh, snap! I need to start doing some snap casting, guys.
All right, here we go. Jeff Hoagland and Specimen here in the winners bracket.
I think the commentary is pretty
Playing
solid.
loser
I just think
drops
like
down
maybe it
to
would have been
losers
better if
bracket
they
and have
paired
to
up
switch to their second
a caster
deck
of like a
Ice
snap
Box.
streamer, right?
The
So you maybe
first
have like the
location
better,
here, Iceman for
better
Jeff.
knowledge and then the color caster, that kind
Yeah,
of vibe.
you
Right?
do see Icebox hitting the hood from Specimen,
So-
being deprived of a
Okay, so in this spot, like I don't really fear. I'm not really that bothered. Obviously, I would have had Hood into Viper, but I also have Hood into Oscorp Tower, which is a pretty legit play. So in this spot, I'm not really worried.
play.
He also didn't play Bast on one.
Now, it would have been nice.
Falcon is weird here, guys. I think it's a really bad play from Jeff. I think he's just better off playing nothing, to be honest. I guess he has Beast access, but as soon as Falcon's gone, there's like a big threat of me clogging a location of his, right? Falcon is actually like the most important card in this matchup because I can clog a lane, right? Now Falcon's there, because he can't like Beast if I fill a lane up, because he can't fit it in. Whereas if I have a clog a lane, let's say the left lane, he can't unclog it because he's played Falcon. So I think this is a pretty big misplay actually from Jeff.
To curve that hood into a Viper, but instead
And Oscorp Tower is pretty good for me, so I'm feeling like pretty fine about this. He snaps on me, and
here we see Jeff Hoagland.
I'm not really that
snapping right away.
scared,
We
but
saw this a lot from him in round number 1.
I think like the Killmonger getting hit and the fact that I didn't get my turn 1 play, which means I'm missing my 2, I just figure it's probably fine to run her.
confidently snapping early on in game.
Yeah, I don't think it's a
Yeah,
particularly
already
good
we
snap.
see the Falcon being played, picking up the Iceman. You're hoping to use Falcon plus Icebox to really just.
I just
hit
figure it's
the
not worth me
cards
staying
that
in here. I
Specimen's
think
had
it's like I
and
could have stayed in.
from
I think
being
it's a
able to
fine
make the
retreat.
plays that he wants. The Beast
Like
follow-up
the
is
kind of
important as
meta in a
well
lot
to
of these
create
like early
that
games is
bounce
just
in
lose a
alongside
cube, right?
Bishop.
I'm just
One of the
like
interesting
my
things-
mentality going into this matchup as well is I am gonna have a bad win rate. I just need to have like one game where I really pop off. So if Jeff is snapping that early, this is probably not going to be the game where I'm popping off, right? Because he's feeling confident. And the Icebox was pretty unkind to me. It probably hit like not necessarily the worst 2 things, but yeah.
Here is
Early Iceman is also
This
very
is
scary
open
for my
deck
deck because a lot of the time what happens is it hits Aero or Demon or Titania, and that kind of ruins my turn
Both
6.
players
Right?
know what the other players
It's a fine
up to,
retreat.
and Specimen knows it's better if I just get out of this.
I could have played
Xbox
on,
game
but it's like
before it costs me too much.
Yeah.
I don't know what his
too
hand is, right?
cold
Like knowing that his play was Falcon, would I retreat? Yeah.
For Spessy there, Jeff Hoagland picking up
Who
the
cares?
win
It's
on
a cube.
retreat from Spessy here in game.
Okay, and this is the big one.
Iceman.
I'll move
This is pretty
myself.
bad. Here we go.
Pretty darn strong.
Game number 2, Plunder Castle, the first location. Asked for Hoagland.
Yeah, Plunder Castle.
Yeah,
not
I didn't know his play,
great
right? Like
for
if he's got like
play.
Bast or whatever,
Hoagland
right?
does have an America Chavez in his deck, so
Oh, look at
he-
another snap.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And he
Yeah,
snaps. Now
location
this is probably more of a treat with Plunder Castle. My thinking was I can just arrow it away though. But to be honest, I should have retreated. I think I baited myself into thinking arrow is going to work when he can just probably fill. But my logic is I can go Killmonger on 5, arrow on 6. So, I think it's... I can see why I stayed in here, to be honest. But yeah, the fact that he has Bast on 1, pretty scary. There's also like a psychological element because he snapped me on the first game. Do I really want to just keep running away? I think honestly, on reflection, this was probably a concede. But yeah, I have no 6 drops. He has 1, but it's only Chavez, right? It's only Chavez. So actually, my logic, I rope a lot here, so we can play it
only
out.
you can
I do a lot of
rope.
roping.
Specimen cannot.
My
play
logic
this
is that
location.
I guess I didn't rope
Jeff
that
is
much.
looking for the weapons and knows that there is
Pretty sure I
zero
wrote a
6
lot
cost
longer on that.
cards in Specimen's
Maybe I
deck.
like ended my
Jeff
turn.
needs
I think I
to
might have
be
ended
careful
my
about
turn
this
already before he
playing an
snapped.
Iceman and giving
But like, if there's only 2
Specimen
lanes, then my
some
clog is more
Spider-Man
impactful as well,
with
right?
Arrow.
True, that's true.
I think I must have ended my turn
Otherwise, he should be able to
already,
prevent
so I had less time
Specimen from
to
fully playing to that
rope.
location. Now, Los Diablos base being turned up means that potentially 50-50 here. This snap from Hoogla may be a bit aggressive, but Jeff is still very much enacting his game plan, so I don't think he minds too much at the moment.
All right, so we've filled up Los Diablos to get it bounced back to our hand with Beast. There for Hoagland.
So obviously the Beast being gone for my Green Goblin is very important. Like Beast on Green Goblin is like game-winningly good, right?
And here goes Los Diablos taking out the Plunder Castle. All right.
And this
So
is
that's no free win for Jeff Hoogland.
not necessarily good for me, I think,
Knowing that you're guaranteed
because
to draw the
he
American
top decks.
Shores
He finds the
as
Dark
well,
Hawk, so he gets
and
double
it's
Dark
not
Hawk.
full. Jeff felt
I'm not sure this
confident
was
that
necessarily
lane
good
was
for me,
going to be won. That's no longer the case.
to be
Still
honest.
able to deploy everything here. We do see with the hood and Dark
I
Hawk,
guess it probably was good,
that is going to give Jeff a lot
'cause
of additional
he only wins
power,
Plunder
of course,
Castle
raising
with
the
Chavez,
base stats,
right?
and Dark Hawk
I think it was
will still get that
not
ongoing ability. So
necessarily
this
that
is
good for me.
very strong for Jeff right now. And on the other side, Specimen is feeling the pressures of continuous Black Widows.
Yeah.
I quite like the spot I'm in overall, though.
We'll have some Black Widows.
I don't hate it. I'm definitely not in a snapping position just yet. I think I snap on 5. Maybe if I snap now, it's like super brave.
However you feel, depending on the seat you're sitting in at any given moment.
And at this point, I still haven't seen his Dark Hawk, right? So I'm like, okay, no Dark Hawk came down.
Korg, like we saw Jeff playing there into the cloning bats. Black Widow's gonna fire off another Widow's bite into Spessie's hand, and Bast coming back
So-
to England to pump up his cards.
I'm in a weird spot where I have like very few points, but like also Jeff doesn't have many points. I haven't been Iceman. I have. Most importantly, the situation here is Jeff is going first, which is actually not a good position for him to be in. So my main lines that I have with this deck is getting a big Killmonger off on turn 5, and then a big finishing play with Arrow or Spider-Woman and a 1-drop. And I have that exactly here, right? Added to that, I can play the Demon this turn and then still play it next turn with Cloning Vats. And I can Killmonger the Cloning Vats, which also makes him really scared that I'm going to Killmonger him again on turn 6. This was like a very conscious decision for me to get into his head. So I can kind of see my plays from here. Obviously, I don't know that he's about to slam a huge Dark Hawk. If I was in this position again, would I snap again? Absolutely. I think it's a really brave snap, but I needed to be brave in this matchup. Like I say, I think my odds of winning each game if Jeff plays perfectly, which honestly, I don't think he did. I don't think, like in my scrims, I think my scrim partner, Bane, which we obviously scrimmed this matchup for a long time, so it's understandable if Jeff didn't scrim it for as long. Like the fact that Jeff is going first here is really, really, really significant. In the moment when you're not expecting Dark Hawk at all, yeah, probably not. It's probably something I need to improve on. Is like just assessing like what like the most scary plays are. But even with Dark Hawk, this is still a good snap. The fact I found an opening right where I like my chances. I would say my chances of winning in this position are less than 50%. No, like this is not a misplay. This snap is definitely correct. I definitely stand by it. Like I literally lost this game on a 50-50, right? And this matchup is so bad for me. Like I said, I played against Bane for like 2.5, 3 hours in scrims. I did not win a single battle mode against Bane playing Jeff's deck. Not one. Like, this is a really fucking bad matchup for me. It's winnable. I have lines. And that's why I decided, actually, this is my moment to go for it. Especially because I haven't even seen the Dark Hawk at this point, right? He might not have it. And everything's just kind of lining up. I have the big Killmonger play on 5, and then I have the big Arrow or Spider-Woman play on 6. And I also have the threat of a double Killmonger, which is a very unique position to be in. Unfortunately, that also means that Jeff had the double Dark Hawk.
All sides. On the other hand, Specimen is trying to constrict Jeff's.
But yeah, this is not a snap you would make in a usual matchup, right? In a matchup which is like a standard matchup, I would never make the snap because my chances of winning here are less than 50%. But I snap because I'm in such a bad matchup that I see an opening. I think that there's a potential chance I win this game. I also was thinking that Jeff is not going to want to play out an 8-cube game because he's so favored, which I think is true. I think this is not a good spot for Jeff to be in.
The opponent.
In terms of how the matchup plays out.
a Dark
Right?
Hawk into cloning Vats
Like,
for Hoagland. And
The
Dark
last
Hawk
thing
is
Jeff
not
wants to be
great
doing
card
is
to-
is going into a big 8-cube
Yeah,
game
it really
so
is.
early
We see
on.
Currently, Specimen has 8
But I
cards
can
on
definitely
deck,
see why he stays
which means
in
that
with
this
like
Dark Hawk is
the
a
fact that he has 2 of these Dark
90 power
Hawks. It
forecast
would be
card.
pretty outrageous for
Of
him
course,
not to
that is going
continue.
get shrunk a little bit the following turn, but I believe.
But I also play
Jeff
Shang,
is
right?
playing a Korg here,
So there was a lot of
once
things that
again,
that Jeff was
that is
losing to, I
going
think,
to
on this last turn. Maybe Shang
continue
wasn't. Shang
putting
Right was
more
winning, I
garbage
guess.
in Specimen's deck,
Shang Right
creating
Demon.
worse draws potentially.
It just
and
literally comes down to a 50-50 on the demon,
snap
right?
Back from
Yes.
Specimen. Wow.
Spessy
It's a
snapped
bold
back
snap,
here.
guys. It's an outrageous
Alright,
snap, but it's a
okay.
really good snap. I think this is like
Let's see
best
what happens
best
this
snap of the
turn.
tournament.
Korg coming off here
Honestly,
for
I
Hoagland,
like it a
followed by
lot.
the hood with
Doesn't
three
look
cards.
like
There's
it to
that
the
enormous
untrained
Dark
eye,
Hawk,
right?
21 into the cloning Vats. Killmonger. Flipping
But yeah,
over
the
there
threat of
for
the second
Specimen.
Killmonger is
Yeah,
also
cleanup duty.
really big.
Widow's Bite out of hand, followed by a demon into the Vats is going to give Spessy another demon.
Jeff even
hand.
said in Discord afterwards that he was
Yeah,
worried
Jeff
about
has
me
demons of
Killmongering
his
him again.
own, thanks to
But he thinks he probably misplayed
the
and
hood
could
that was
have.
played the previous turn, so
could have
Jeff
played it
can
slightly
just play
differently.
a Dark Hawk into the left lane if he wants, demon into the right lane, or just go for
So
the serial.
here's what I'm not happy about with this game. It took me way too long on 6 to realize that arrow isn't enough. Now, a big advantage of Jeff's deck in general is the fact that it is really difficult to keep track of what's in hand. So I was wasting almost too much time working out what's in hand. Yeah, I'm not really happy that it took me too long to realize that arrow was never winning here. Like, it just made no sense because I wasn't ahead in 2 locations. If I was ahead in 2, it could have worked, but I was literally not ahead in either, and I'm losing tiebreaker, right?
And this feels like it's going to be very problematic for Specimen.
Yeah, that Dark Hawk again being copied.
So if
from
you look here,
Vats
all this
for
time-
Hoagland is a lot of power, but Spessy felt confident, Monty, but on that last.
I'm just not
snap.
really
How do you
assessing.
feel
I need to
now?
assess what my possible lines are, right? I'm spending
Well, he
too
does
long
have
on the
this
arrow
but
line.
I feel like
This
he
is
has
why I'm
to
not
believe
happy
that
with how I
this arrow is
played.
Not good enough, knowing that there is a second copy of Dark Hawk coming.
Yeah,
out.
I just didn't give myself any time
Yeah,
to think about my
absolutely. He
demon
definitely
positioning,
knows
right? Like,
about
I
that
think
because of the Vats.
if I wasn't spending so long realizing
Yeah,
arrow
so the
isn't the
question
play,
is,
I think I
what
maybe
can
position my demon
Specimen
differently.
do?
But if you
Does
look
that
like
work
I'm just
with
roping
Arrow
so
or
hard,
Spider
right?
Woman plus Demon
And
look
I'm
to
really
be
just hung up
your
on arrow
best
being the play.
options, but knowing that your opponent is
I'm
going
using
to
the
try to
rope, but I
one,
just ran out of
can
time
do
to
anything.
really.
Oakland does
I
have
found the play, but
priority
not.
here, so we'll
I
be
didn't give
flipping
myself enough time to
first,
consider the placement
with
on the
this
demon,
Mysterio
right?
and Dark Hawk.
Look, and I just slam. Right, like it's literally like the rope you can see here is like running out of time.
Ending on the choice.
Yeah, I didn't play arrow. I made the right decision with Spider Woman.
Dark Hawk, there goes Mysterio for Hoagland. We've got 8 cubes on the line. Spider Woman was the choice for Specimen.
It's literally
If you're
it
into
comes
the
down to a
cloning.
50-50 on demon position.
And there is the demon.
If demon goes mid, I win. Like, if his Dark Hawk goes mid and I play demon left, I win. Or it basically comes down to the positioning of demon versus Dark Hawk, right? 50% of the time they're in the same location, Jeff wins. 50% of the time they're not in the same location and I win. But I do wonder if I could have made a read on demon here. But ultimately, even if I did make a read, Jeff could have equally made a different position on his Dark Hawk, right? So, yeah, it does actually just come down to a 50-50, which for me, being in a 50-50 in such a bad matchup for 8 cubes is exactly where I want to be.
Wow, Jeff Hoagland taking down.
So I'm really happy with how I played.
Game, and that's Specimen's life completely.
Obviously, it looks like I'm just getting absolutely farmed because the next game is like not really worth like looking at that much. I just got outdone, and this is just you just kind of see what I mean, where his deck is just beating mine on average, right? I just can't compete with the amount of points he has in the average game.
Yeah, and we've just got a giant America Chavez.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of risking it? If I lose 4 cubes there, I'm basically losing the game, and if I win 4 cubes, I'm not even in that good of a position, you know.
Is right, Spessy. There's Chavez. All right, we're gonna try.
And this is what the average game looks like, right? He just has more points than me. This is what the average game looks like. So you can see why, like, I took such an aggressive line where a 50-50 wins me. Okay, there was another one of my games, though, which we can take a look at. So GG to Jeff. I was very happy with how I played, though. Let's see what I've casted with Christo before. See what he's got to say. I don't think the threat of a second Killmonger is a big concern. Yeah, I agree. He even said that he thinks he misplayed.
Welcome back, everybody. It is the Infinity Gauntlet, the Marvel Snap Invitational. We are in the bottom bracket.
Drinking is hard.
So we have got some top quality matches for you. I am Chris, aka Christo Ciccone. I am joined by somebody who I was supposed to cast some cards with what feels like ages ago, and we finally have the opportunity to be sitting side by side. Nathan, Admirable, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. It has been a while for this. You know, I like to jump around to card games if I can. It's always something I'm going to enjoy with it. And I have to say, it has been I think too long since we've been able to sit down and cast some cards together. You know, I feel like every single time there's a new game or there's a new Discord, you and I are somewhere in there, and we're trying to play the game and hang out with everybody. So to finally be here sitting down and casting, what better game is it for than Marvel Snap? Feels like from every single game we got people coming in.
Absolutely, and that's the beautiful part of this game we're about to do, right? Speci versus Amaz. These are, you know, somebody with Specimen that I've casted with, I've hung out with before. You know Amaz fairly well, so I feel like we got a good vibe here going for this matchup.
Yeah, I think so as well. You know, again, this is a lot of card history throughout the tournament so far, and it's always fun to see these one. Now, for the losers bracket, this is great because it means someone's going home, so the stakes are even higher.
The stakes are high, guys.
It doesn't happen anymore. It is the fact that if you lose,
me versus Amaz.
And so, looking at the deck list that we have, I want to look at Amaz's first because this is an interesting one. I always like Galactus decks. They feel like that they always have something crazy that can.
So he's playing Galactus. Bane didn't like this guy. I don't play Galactus. Bane didn't really like the list.
Straightforward at the end of the day, but with Wave in here, I feel like you get a lot of turbo effects available. Psylocke, Electro, and Wave to be able to accelerate things out.
So you could have snapped aggressively. Do you not think I did? Let's watch it back and you can give your feedback.
So all of a sudden, Wave into Galactus, it's happening. You have no control.
Basically, this matchup comes down to Leech. If I hit Leech, I'm kind of winning. If I miss Leech, I'm kind of losing.
Yeah, and so when we look over at Specimens,
I think some games I snap too slow.
We'll
see. Maybe you're just basing this off like a normal Thanos matchup, but this is not really a normal matchup for me, right? This is a very different kind of matchup to a traditional game, like I say.
When you play
I got a lot of shit for playing Thanos. I didn't want to play it.
Stones getting shuffled back in. This is something I feel like I have really yet to see.
I'm trying to win the fucking tournament.
But other than that, it's just pretty much the straightforward power level that you get from this deck. Lots of stuff.
All right, well, let's thanks Jonathan for feedback. Let's
Leech, of course, being
have a think when the games show up, you can tell me which ones you think. I feel like I played this game very well actually. I don't want to say I played it flawlessly, but I was very happy with how I played this game. I had a lot of bad RNG. There was like one game I had a really good one. Yeah, but it's also quite possible I wasn't considering his plays that well. I don't have Galactus, which I think makes it quite tricky then. It's probably not surprising if you guys think I didn't play that well. Because I don't play Galactus. I don't have it myself, right? I don't own the card. So that would make sense that maybe I didn't make the best reads. It's like the one deck in the game which... Like, Derek even asked me how Amaz played after my game. I was like, I don't know. I don't have Galactus. Bro, this first game.
You know, Specimen, what a character.
This first game, guys.
The Hood, he's just, you know, he's in for it. He's ready to go here.
The question I have is the headphones outside of the hoodie. Are you a headphone outside of the hoodie gamer, or are you a headphone outside of the hoodie gamer?
The YouTube sex bot is here again.
I've never gamed with the hood up. I feel like the headphones gotta go on the ears. I don't know.
Oh, you could be missing something there then. I feel like that's been a very important feature for my warmth, given how cold and rainy it has been in California for the last few weeks or so.
I mean, being Canadian, I feel like it's just one of those things where I'm just never cold. I was born into it.
Always an important feature to remember. Canadian.
All right, so my hand's really good. I snapped. I have Lockjaw. I have Leech. It's kind of what I need.
Has Speci already snapped?
So aggressive snap to start things off.
The weather and the hoodies. Speci is snapped. He's got Quinjet. He's got Lockjaw. He's got a couple stones in hand. He's got to be feeling pretty.
This matchup basically comes down to Leech for me.
Put you into an automatic snap process.
I didn't think about Titan. Yeah, I think you're right. When I was watching this back last night, I also thought about that.
you're now negating that consistency trade-off that you have. You're drawing two.
Titan is
very
definitely scary
powerful
for me.
out of the deck.
Because you can
Altar
Galactus
of
me
Death,
early,
I will
right?
say though, is a major swing to what's happening here. You saw Specimen's reaction to Altar of Death. For Amaz now snapping back with Electro off Altar of Death. This is
I got him.
many options.
Thanks,
that
mate.
Amaz
I got the
here.
YouTube sex spot.
And this is open decklist.
It doesn't
so
take long.
Spessy knows
Thank you,
that,
mate.
that Galactus is an option with Electra coming
They just
down
come back
here,
every so often.
with the extra energy, that's going to give him the option to drop Galactus.
But yeah, Altar of Death with
next
Titan
turn.
is very scary.
You do have Reality Stone, which could maybe change things, but Amaz having priority means that he is going to get.
I
Altar of
decided to
Death
stay in,
and
which
he's
I
gonna
think,
get
like, look how good my hand
Electro
is. It'll be a little bit
before
ridiculous not
anything
to.
big happens there, but I'm looking for
I have Lockjaw
Specimen maybe
into
to have a change
Time
at
Stone
some
on
point
3,
available,
meaning I
but
can
maybe that
Leech on
change
4.
something here. So Electro,
It's
2 extra
pretty
energy for
insane how
Amaz
good my
going
hand is,
into,
right?
What is that? 4-6 energy next turn.
Is that's 7?
When am I buying Galactus? No time soon, because I want to buy new cards when they come out.
Oh, yeah, 7 energy.
When Null's cheaper as well, like when
That's
Null's
great.
for Series
That's gonna be
3,
kinda hard to beat.
around then.
Space Stone, I will feel like is going to be a big part of this too, though, because now you can shift over. Really, what this boils down to, I think, from Specimen's side is, does Galactus show up or not?
So, Amaz plays,
What else would you be doing here? Wouldn't getting Galactus down?
Amaz plays Chavez, so Leech on 4 is kind of the key thing, if I can do it in this matchup, because then he can't Octopus me. There's only one card in 12 that he can draw, which isn't Leech, right?
So many tools your opponent has.
So Leech on 4 is like really important, because otherwise he can go Galactus here, and then Octopus on 5, and then I'm probably losing the game. So being able to Leech here with initiative is really good for me.
More of a limited follow-up, though I have seen folks drop Galactus and come back with Dr. Octopus and try and fill up the board, and you have a great read into what your opponent's doing.
Yeah, plus your opponent already has Lockjaw and Space Stone in the lane that you're playing Galactus in. So you see here that Specimen is.
So I get the Leech off, which is great. Like, I just think this is game winning.
Something like some big.
There's literally one card in 12 that Amaz can draw here, which is going to beat me on turn 6, right? It's a 1 in 12 because he only has 1 turn to draw it because of Chavez.
So everything's going off that side, and
So I'm winning this game 11 times out of 12.
not exactly ideal.
Yeah, I know that he can play Galactus mid. I snapped early. I played this perfectly. Oh look, the 1 in 12 card he can draw, which means that I lose. So if it wasn't for Kang, I'm losing 12 cubes this game.
Off of the Lockjaw.
8 cubes rather, and I'm kind of out. It's kind of insane.
This too is because Galactus's power is so low. Your opponent's always going to have initiative in spots like this, so you can wait till the final spot and then you can drop Null. You saw that.
Yeah, like I knew Galactus was coming, but it's not like I didn't have arrow access, right? I don't believe. Maybe I did. But yeah, I just always Leech because I just think Leech is just always winning. Apart from in this 1 in 12 situation where he gets exactly Null. Maybe Death could have also beaten me.
Energy card that's 29 power.
I was so confident. I was like, yeah, easy work.
Does he know something we don't?
This is just the spot I want to be in, right?
What it's at right now is that you are sitting with 4 cubes as a risk right now. You will have the option to retreat if you want on the final turn.
I was looking for my boxing gloves. I couldn't find them. I was looking for my boxing gloves, guys.
Oh, really considering what even happened?
So, Specimen.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Only if he actually plays Galactus, right?
He's just going like full mode on this.
Yeah, I'm just winning here. Unless he has this exact card.
So now he knows.
This is like the only card which isn't Leech, guys. It's a 1 in 12.
There's no way Specimen.
Yeah, I was.
This is like the power that
I play this crazy this game.
Option to know when
I literally just lose a 1 in 12.
It's giving you knowledge.
Thanks,
Sometimes
John.
you can manipulate turns. Sometimes it's giving you knowledge so that you can manipulate how to.
I'm mad as hell, bro. Losing 4 cubes and it should just be a 4 cube win. There's literally nothing else that beats me, right?
Okay.
You know what? A retreat later. Oh, come on.
Yeah, also like Lockjaw into Altar of Death is too good not to go for, right? It's just like winning the
easy win for Amaz on that one. The Null
winning the
a massive draw on that
location for me if he doesn't have exactly
well
Galactus. And I thought I was beating Galactus.
Arrow counterplay.
I stand by this plate.
Especially would have had to guess on that turn.
No, it was just like this just wins the right lane. I get lots of energy, but I'm beating Galactus unless he draws this exact card, right? Maybe I was. Is it possible I was losing to Shang, or possible I was losing to Death as well? I don't know. Was there anything else I was losing to her?
Happy discount.
And then
Because obviously he doesn't have to play 2 cards on this turn. If he has Death, he can leave a spot open, right? So maybe it's possible that I lose to like Octopus Death. He would have 5 plus 10 plus so he'd have 5. He'd have 20. He'd have 30 points. Did I have more than 30 points? Ah, it's actually possible I was losing to Death as well then, right? So he'd be at 30. I'm not assuming he doesn't have Galactus. I just beat Galactus with Leech, unless he draws like a really big juicer card. I'm not assuming he doesn't have Galactus. I just don't fear Galactus because I'm leeching him on 4.
You don't have the shot.
Like Leech on 4 is just the line to beat Galactus for me. And I also like want to empty the middle lane because this is where he's going to Galactus me, right? Like I don't really see how I could have played this differently.
I believe. Altar of Death.
something like this.
Like what am I going to do? Put my stuff mid when he's going to Galactus me? Could I have arrowed him this
A
turn?
little bit more of a limp.
I could have arrowed instead, right?
Tools your opponent has to be able to change things here.
That is a valid point. And Amaz missing some of those big hitters that you'd be looking for.
No, I can't even arrow him.
Galactus, right? You don't
Yeah,
have
I'm
the
literally looking for Leech.
Chavez in
Right,
hand.
right, right.
The Death and
I'm
Death,
looking for Leech. This is the only play I can make. John was right. I have 4 energy. I don't have Leech in hand.
Gonna have a little bit
This is
more
literally the
of a
only play I
follow-up,
can
though. I
make.
have seen folks
Leech is what beats Galactus. I have nothing else to play. This is literally the correct play. What else am I supposed to do?
drop Galactus and come back with Dr. Octopus and try and fill up the board, and you have a great read into what your opponent's doing.
Like, I can move the Space Stone away, but then I have Lockjaw, which is, like, super risky.
Plus, your opponent already has.
I don't want Lockjaw mid against Galactus, right? So I have to move Lockjaw away. I would only ever move it to Altar of Death, because it's winning me this location. Oh, I did have Leech. I'm confused. So I could have arrowed instead. Sure.
Moving the Lockjaw, playing Leech.
But I just think that, like, Leech is just winning.
Hit null.
Unless he
Like
top decks the nuts, which he did.
Cubes as
So I'm wondering, like, maybe I was also losing to Death, because, like, Octopus Death beats me, probably. If he top deck Death, I think I was losing instead of this. Maybe Shang was beating me too.
Risk right now.
So maybe I wasn't even in that good of a position. I was feeling super confident, though.
And see what ends up happening here.
I guess I'm feeling really confident because I've already seen he's got Shang. Yo, JHT. So yeah, I mean, maybe I could have arrowed him, but I just felt like Leech is just winning, right?
If you're
I stand by the line.
Oh,
you're really considering what even happened?
So, Specimen he's leveling up right now. Like he's going.
Yeah, because there's a 1 in 12. He has null. It's the only thing that beats me here.
He's just going like full mode on this one.
And he does have.
Like, this is it.
Because of Chavez, right? Leech on 4 is huge.
When happens, null happens. So now he knows. Like this is an auto.
100% chance to Galactus if he had Galactus. Yeah, but I don't.
No way Specimen.
I don't know what his hand
This
is.
is like the power that Ken gives you, though, is it gives you that option to know when you're defeated.
It's also a bad snap from Amaz if he's playing Galactus that turn, because I can arrow him.
How to retreat.
Correct. You don't have much of a choice when you're manipulating turns when you have one location.
You might have won against null if Thanos didn't die. Yeah, but it's a 1 in 12 that he has null. You're missing, you're just missing the you're missing the point. It's literally a 1 in 12.
Okay.
You know what? A retreat
Like, what am I supposed to do? Not play Leech? Not play Lockjaw? Like, okay, I could arrow, sure, but arrow's losing to a lot of other stuff. It's just not.
Come on.
Classic Spessy move.
Yeah, easy win for Amaz on that one. The null being, of course, a massive draw on that one. I think the locations worked out well for Amaz. There was very little
So much
arrow
composure,
counterplay.
yeah.
Pretty much, Spessy would have had to guess on that turn that Galactus is going to come down. So if you use the arrow and Galactus comes down, big win. If you use the arrow...
Yeah, but I want to leech him. I'm Yeah, I'm valuing Leech over the Aeroplay. Like, maybe I was just supposed to take the Aeroplay, sure, but... So, what you're saying is not really making any sense. Like, I could have Aeroed, sure. Even though Leech is just winning, like, most of the time. Against anything. Because he could have, like, not been going for the Galactus, for all I know, right? I don't know he's going Galactus. No, Leech on 5 is not good enough. I have to Leech on 4 against Galactus because of Doctopus. I mean, like, I could Aero, sure, but if I want to Leech him, I have to Leech him this exact turn. Playing Lockjaw and Space Stone mid is weird. Where the hell else am I going to play them? I didn't even play the Space Stone. I played a different stone. It just showed up. Like, I'm not going to play them into Nova Roma. And I'm not going to fucking play them into Altar of Death. I see what you mean.
Electra coming down
But, like...
with the extra energy, that's going to give him the option.
Not like I'm going to Lockjaw Altar of Death, and Lockjawing Nova Roma is just losing to anything that isn't Galactus, right?
Which could maybe change.
Like, you're just assuming that he has Galactus every time, which is just not the case, right? And I also think I'm beating Galactus. Well, because if I play my Lockjaw and Altar of Death, it dies, and if I play it in Nova Roma, then my lane is full, because I don't know I'm hitting Space Stone. Yeah.
And then drop the null for the win. Null's at, was it 29 power?
So I lose the first game to a 1 in 12, kind of. Maybe it wasn't quite a 1 in 12, because I think I might have also been losing to Death on reflection.
Goes away, so you don't have a choice in the matter. You can't play it, and this is a set.
Yeah, I mean, I probably should have just taken the Aero in hindsight. I think it's just a bad snap from Amaz, though, because he was just losing to Aero.
Really detrimental. You can't play on Deathstone.
And he was also losing most of the time to Leech. Leech was just safer, I think. If his play was like Octopus there.
The Lockjaw is gone!
I lose my Lockjaw.
That cannot
feel why Sokovia?
After when I saw the Batman shirt? Nice.
I mean, Sokovia...
This game I would snap on turn 2 after my Lockjaw got fucking...
Destroy your game plan, your hope, your
No way.
Take it all away.
Ruin one player's hopes and dreams.
It's like, I've already lost 4 cubes as well, right?
That's what you want. You don't want Electra sticking around.
There's no way.
Yeah.
That death a bit as well.
Get out of here, Electra. We need you for one job.
Obviously my Lockjaw got discarded, which you don't know about. But...
Just like me.
Death's Domain and Dark Dimension against Galactus.
And you know, looking at it, Wave...
But they're not exactly good for me either, right?
You know, I was wondering, do you ever drop Wave on Death's Domain as well?
I mean, maybe they're okay. I mean, I can see your logic. I can definitely see your logic. But like, Death's Domain is like still not that bad for Galactus,
too much where the wave comes down, other than for the factor of like.
You can play for the tie, I guess, against the Reality Stone. It's pretty bad.
Amaz is gonna have access.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely do not think this is a good snap for me when I'm like 4 cubes down already, right? I'm very confident in the matchup. I just need to pick my moments.
Pretty easy play at this point. You again, like you said, you have a Killmonger to handle 3 of these stones.
I think like it would be very risky to have snapped so early there.
I feel like for Amaz, this is a spot where you don't necessarily want to snap because your hands.
Also with Kang, like when you've got Kang, snapping so early is losing you a lot of value.
Big advantage, I think, for Specimen because he's going to be able to see what's going on here. If he now knows that Galactus is coming down, maybe he can trade that off and find himself in a spot where Reality Stone can win the game. So Kang is going to come down. You see Galactus get revealed.
Yeah, no, Jonathan's definitely not trolling. He's got some interesting
Galactus
points.
Stays there. So this is a little bit of mind game stuff that gets opened up now.
Plus that snap.
Yeah, maybe it's not. Again, I don't have Galactus, so I'm not sure if I'm playing it that well against...
Going for a little bit of a double bluff there. Hey, bluff this, check out what's going on. I get to decide what I want to do, and knowing that arrows in hand, that absolutely changes the game here.
It's quite possible that I was not playing perfectly. Again, I don't own Galactus myself, right? So
going to work. Arrow on Death's Domain is going to kill.
It's like my big deck. It's like the big deck, which
Yes, it would kill.
I don't really know how to play it perfectly, etc. Like Daryl asked me, I say like how did Amaz play? And I was like, hard for me to say I don't own Galactus.
Because Kang resets the turn to the very start. The snap was technically.
Also, playing into Death's Domain is good for Death.
Now has that same plan.
It's not that good.
So how on earth do you manipulate this to work to your advantage? If you Reality Stone and Death's Domain on the left, you can take away the Death's Domain activation. The thing about it's happening is you're moving where the Galactus is going, and if it's on Death's Domain alone, you're now facing down 2 power that you have to beat. So maybe you can bluff your opponent in some way here. So like you move the Galactus, for instance. Does Amaz actually want to play something here?
Or
The answer is like no, because Decimate in play. So now the follow-up for Specimen is Reality Stone, change the location, get your stuff down. This is kind of a wonky play, but honestly, this feels really clever to me.
It absolutely is.
I can still lose from here, right?
To himself, if I drop anything here, it just
There's like this
dies.
location, like the first card you play here just dies, like Altar of Death. I'm also losing against.
Look at the confusion on Amaz's face right now, thinking, what?
There's like some locations I lose to
Specimen knows
still.
anything he drops there is going to survive. And without initiative,
Wow.
he's good. He's
This is a
here.
brilliant play from Specimen.
Yeah, the odds are very much in my favor, but I was just like,
I think that
come
just-
on,
I think
imagine I
it's just-
lose 4 cubes
Every
again.
time I see a reaction from Spessy, it just looks like this. And the question is the Doc Ox?
No, he didn't, but the concern is the
I
location.
know that the way that this card
rolling.
operates, it feels like sometimes it says play the card, sometimes it feels like
KM lost to Cozy with Warrior Falls. Oh, damn. I didn't watch that game
I don't know
still.
every single interaction that Dr. Octopus has with pulling cards onto the field.
That's a great point. And we're not going to find out because it looks like Amaz is going to say toodaloo.
He's considering it, and I don't blame him here. Like, if Reality Stone comes up in Amaz's mind, I think that causes the retreat. If you end up forgetting that Reality Stone changes this location and then opens up your next play, doesn't feel the same way. So Amaz passes the turn, and then he sees Reality Stone.
So there we go.
And you know what the crazy part is? That was the only option Spessy had because the other two cards that it had both cost 6. So he has Anos and Chavez who come down for 6 and they can't be played with the Reality Stone. The Reality Stone in and of itself doesn't win you the location.
That is just
Mate, if I hit a
This is
location
great
which killed my
savage,
stuff,
Chris.
I would have
I
cried.
just can't think of anything wilder I've seen other than for Galactus by itself to lose to 3.
Did I give him a thumbs up? I'm just going to loop 1 second. I think Hamad should have run for sure. Yeah, like maybe I'm bluffing, but
with a follow-up turn to the Galactus beam.
I'm not that good.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe I am. I wouldn't snap on it unless.
Snap, right?
I think he should run.
You end up in these wonky situations that you really
Maybe he
have
just
to
didn't like
decide.
clock the Reality Stone. He's looking at my deck list, right, and
You can
like
play anything here. It's game
not
over.
thinking at like if he's just looking at the deck,
No,
looking at Thanos. He's not
has a deck
necessarily
full of
looking at the
stones.
Reality Stone
He
as
has to
well, right?
draw the right card.
I think it was probably more like a didn't even think of the Reality Stone. I don't think Amaz is super
That Dream Dimension
active
as well.
playing
First
Snap
cards
at the
costing
moment.
One more can mess with Amaz's Galactus a little bit as well. You know, trying to drop it on 5 after playing something like Electro or something like Psylocke. So that can also make. That's not true. 6 can't cost.
Yeah, so this I was really unhappy with myself because I didn't rope, and while the rope was like dwindling down, I realized I mispositioned my lockjaw. I was a bit caught up in like the
side of things. So if you drop lockjaw
emotion.
center here, then you try to fill this
I was
up,
quite
what happens
stressed
is
with
when you
like the
shift to
first
right,
game going
you don't necessarily
4
have the
cubes against me.
play. So a little minor thing. I think it's unlikely to make a difference because we're seeing Killmonger play this turn.
So that was just me like reminding
Win
myself I
those
needed to.
matters. They matter
I
a
need to chill.
lot.
Oh, like that.
That matters a lot.
That is correct.
I think if you're in Spessy side and you see a Leech get pulled this early off of a lockjaw, that you are snapping.
100%. And Spessy's a pretty aggressive snapper typically as well. So it's strange to there it comes.
Yeah, and I think Amaz knows the drill here. This is possibly the worst outcome that can happen against this deck. Yeah, easy retreat. It's only 1 cube. Not a super big deal yet.
But 3 of his
Still
4
5 to
finishers.
work with.
Yeah,
Bluffing is definitely legit in Snap, no
all
doubt.
of which getting,
I had a chance to bluff Dara in my flipping game against him in New York, but I didn't even think of it. I was
good. So we've got
didn't play
Spessy,
well that weekend, I have to say.
total here.
Played
He's
really
got
badly.
6 left. Amaz has 5.
Yeah, 6 to 5 can be a massive difference.
I didn't play any Snap in the days leading up to it, and I think that really was a bad idea.
Not on max stakes yet.
But it is what it is. I wanted to enjoy my time in New York. But yeah, I think if I just needed to play a few games before, warm up a bit. Yeah, I played pretty fucking badly.
Pretty good start to things, especially.
The whole tournament is not actually over yet.
Right? That
Yeah.
cleans your hand up so much, gets you the cards you want. Now you're just looking for lock.
I don't know how much of it now.
Yeah, so Specimen, I think, is changing up the snap plan a little bit. I think in a blind matchup, if you have Mind Stone, I think it's a pretty easy justification.
Why did I decide to go all in?
You're against Killmonger, you're against a deck that does not care too much about anything other than landing a Galactus in play. So if you don't have the counterplay to that, I feel like the snap value goes down by a considerable amount. So I think given that Speci
Against Jeff, you mean?
Not snap and take their time. Maybe you're trying to bait Amaz into actually losing.
Or against Amaz.
4 cubes at stake from your side. So that's you have to win 2 games versus 3 at that point. There's a
In the
lot
first
of little
round.
things like that.
In the first round, I went all in because it's like only
So
my Leech
Speci
is
not
like
snapping despite
winning
having
unless I
Mind
get
Stone.
high rolled.
I think it's okay. I think he's got.
And I have
game
Kane
on
to
the line.
check.
And, you know, as we saw in a game just a couple of rounds ago, you know that was some brilliant stuff he cooked up, and so I'm hoping he can do it again.
Absolutely, and that's.
Okay, so this game he Electras me.
Stones is not necessarily for their power.
This is a game I misplayed because it's this is like where it's
to be able to play
round
around
4,
certain scenarios,
and I'm on an
you know,
even
this makes
number of
Stones
cubes, so
really
I can afford to lose
powerful
1 cube for nothing. This is actually like the play I was really unhappy with that I made.
You know where he wants to commit, knowing that Amaz, like you said, Nathan, is just waiting for that Galactus to come down because that's the only location that matters.
During the second game?
However, that's not
Against
Amaz
Jeff, you mean?
right now. And not
Yeah.
Miles.
Well, I lost on a 50-50. So
Speci's side right now. This is not a beautiful looking hand.
it was a really bad matchup for me against Jeff.
Some raw power.
I didn't win once in scrims in like 2.5 hours
And that's
against
always the risk, right? You're gonna
Bane
drop
playing his
control.
deck.
You
And I
have to
saw
watch Shang-Chi coming
some
down,
lines
Amaz's
which I
deck.
could win.
You have to think about
Jeff had
Galactus
initiative,
coming down to a different
which meant my
location, which
Killmonger on 5
we
was
know
putting in a
is
lot of
not
work.
currently in Amaz's hand. There are
I
options.
should have run here.
There's the snap because
It's a
Shang-Chi
free
can
run.
take She-Hulk out.
If my arrow isn't buffed,
Or will
I'm
it?
fine, but it got buffed, so.
Yeah, Speci's got a couple things to figure out here.
I'm
You
obviously
see the
anticipating
snap that
Galactus.
brings something like Galactus to
So I can see why I stayed in.
Tries to go for a counterplay.
But I can literally leave this game and it doesn't.
Not much gets
I don't
accomplished with
lose
that.
any lives, basically.
Arrow moving Shang-Chi
Because I'll
away
be going down to
is
5.
beneficial, and
I'm on 6
that
right
is
now,
the
and it's going to be double stakes, which
play
means like
to
this
be
1
able to
cube
take
means
She-Hulk
nothing.
to block what could be a Galactus coming down.
Well, you give your opponent an
Actually,
arrow in that
We only saw
spot.
like 2 games versus
Difference.
Jeff. I think the power of the deck
Shang-Chi,
doesn't
though,
really
with
become apparent to
Speci
people yet.
having
Yeah.
initiative means that the Shang-Chi is going to destroy the arrow. So center location is effectively lost now for Speci in this spot, but it is a big advantage.
I think
to the left.
I could have retreated. I literally
Speci
retreat
cards,
and lose
so you need
nothing.
to put enough power in play to fight in 2 different spots.
But yeah,
Correct. And now you've got Null. That's still a big no. You have
on any other round, I think it's fine to stay in there. But the fact that I basically can lose, just retreat for nothing, there means I should have retreated.
You now go just lockjaw, drop some stones, and hope maybe you pull out something big that's hanging out in your deck. But Thanos is in hand, Chavez is in hand, She-Hulk is dead, Arrow's been played. Devil Dinosaur would be worth a couple points here.
Oh, I'm just not.
But yeah, the fact this was round 4 is
Might be a
the
retreat spot. Yeah, Speci's
He's
gonna
not there
retreat.
either.
there is. I was a bit unhappy with how I
It's-
played that
think
one.
It's not rare that the deck on Amaz's side can win with just Killmonger and Shang-Chi and putting a bunch of.
But yeah,
power.
also if my arrow isn't
It
buffed
is
here,
a
then
fairly uncommon
I was
outcome.
fine,
This is
right?
Not necessarily the way you want to play, and I feel like Vault.
I guess maybe not because
super
his
mixed
Shang
things up here.
and
Being
Electro
able
both
to win
buffed.
Shang-Chi on a buffed
Actually not
arrow
true.
is a pretty rare circumstance.
I don't know who's favored. I'm definitely favored.
Oh, boy.
Oh my! This can completely mess up the game.
Leech is
on
just
both
too
sides of
good.
things. This turns
I
into
have
a
Leech and
huge
Arrow,
chicken
right?
times.
I'm definitely
You
favored.
have to wonder. So Speci obviously has the ability to flip that around,
But yeah, losing like this big
but with reality,
4 cuber early on.
yeah, he can dig it out. Is it more beneficial for him to maybe leave that, knowing
This
that
game?
if Amaz does get a Galactus out, that
I would
he maybe
snap
has to
10
want a
2.
death or a null?
I think it certainly can be beneficial.
Yeah,
to
I can
either
see
side of
snapping.
this. For Speci seeing a lockjaw get drawn right after.
I
the
guess
play,
X Mansion's
Stone's
also
not
really bad for them,
the
right?
most fun thing in the game that you could see. A lot of times you don't need super.
I can see
high
the argument
values
to
from
snap here for
lockjaw, just
sure.
A couple points of it can make a difference. But the Mindscape, you know,
I mean, he could
that
Killmonger
this
somewhere
opens up
else.
into different styles of play, I think, is gonna
And kill
boil
us on
down
the spot,
to
but
a
yeah.
guessing game for Speci at the end of the day. It's if your opponent has a mana ramp, that question all is going to
Again, it's so risky, I think, snapping that early when that's like it's my last life, right?
That is an option to get a little bit
And yeah,
value into-
I can see your logic.
down
I'm
or
just not
something like that.
not
So
making these
you
reads
maybe
necessarily
decide,
against
hey,
Galactus.
this looks better or worse
Just got
for me,
infinite.
and then
Congrats,
you can
Nami.
adjust accordingly. Again, if the reality stone comes up. But then we see the lockjaw come down and Killmonger clean up what's on the board, including Amaz's own sunspot there.
Next mansion, how much is this going to change things? This card always terrifies me.
That armor.
This felt like
Oh my.
felt like a very weak Killmonger play, and then
That is.
I get the
immediate.
X Mansion high roll, my
Putting
first bit of
a Thanos
RNG.
behind an armor. I don't know if you could find a more one-sided double drop than that out of X Mansion.
Yeah, that is a lot. But Amaz does.
Yeah,
have
Freddy's a great
access
player.
to Psylocke into Galactus, and then Null. But the Mindscape is really changing that. If you decide to go Psylocke into Galactus, the hands shift off Mindscape.
You're giving away Null
Yeah.
and Death. And the fact that the third location was X Mansion meant that you could never actually Galactus that location. You can't Galactus the center location of Dark Dimension because you can't reveal the cards. So Mindscape has
Thanks,
to be
Nobby. My
the
editor's in the chat as
last
well,
place you want this to happen.
so I'm sure he'll
And Amaz
appreciate that.
agrees.
Unfortunately, I
think
lost a
that's
lot of the
good spot to
reaction
go ahead and give that
to my
back.
game against Jeff.
This is like I think something that Galactus can often struggle with.
the video.
Is the location variance. If you get some bad ones, it is really bad. For Thanos,
So Amaz is on like,
bad
is he on
locations,
3 lives or
like,
4?
yeah,
It's hard to
I have some
tell.
ways to play around this. Galactus is
I
very
think he's on
reliant the
4. It's just not
synergy
cropped
that
properly.
Those two power plays are going to provide the Galactus plus the Null. If those get messed up, the whole plan is messed up.
Bessie loving the Leech in his hand.
Yeah.
Which is
This-
confusing to me because I feel like you don't want Leech in your hand. I feel like you want Leech in the deck and you want to lockjaw that sucker out at 3 or 4.
I just want to
I
leech
don't
him,
mind
mate.
having a Leech. You know, again, if you turn 5 to Leech
Whoa,
and you
never
blow
mind.
up any key card, you know,
Leech is just the card, right?
let's go ahead and get it all done right now. Oh my.
But the draw.
The option for a turn 2
He has
Galactus
initiative.
is
You want a
not something I
50-50
had
on
considered
initiative
very
here as
much.
well. Which is a really bad spot for me to be in.
So
Because otherwise I can just arrow him mid.
Yeah, he wants to wait on the Leech, it looks like, so that way he can try to hit a
So I can't
card.
leech now
So
because
the little bit more time you get
50% of the time my Leech doesn't go through.
You're going to be able to hit a Null or to hit a Galactus.
yeah, I actually play arrow anyway.
But if you're a monster, do you just do it? You do it on the unrevealed location. Wow. Wow, and the snap. And the snap. What is going to
I thought about
come
conceding.
out of that final location?
Especially
playing
says,
in
you
the
know what,
unknown.
let's go. Oh boy. I don't think I've seen a turn 2 Galactus.
Yeah, it's literally a 50-50.
I'm sorry, I'm still. That's.
And
Sunspot
Ellen-
dies to
the
Killmonger,
most harmless
Shang-Chi.
location you can pull, but arrow building up some points there. Death is playable on 6. Null probably didn't get a whole lot of a buff either, so. Not
So it's
the
actually
best case
50-50?
scenario
I
for
mean,
Amaz.
ultimately,
He's on both
yes.
hands, though, gonna be able
I
to
know what you're
use
saying,
the
hence why I played
ability
arrow
to
to the right, but it's
That is a lot of a priority.
It's still a
difference for you.
50-50 ultimately.
Typically, the Galactus deck does not want to have priority.
like I still like the position I'm in.
Stuff. That's one of the reasons why Dr. Octopus, I think, is super powerful in this deck as well. Is you
To
can
some
pull
extent.
all of the cards from your opponent's hand, fill up the location, and then be able to make your choice.
And that's not even a bad call here.
Also, I don't actually want to leech so early. Leeching so early is pretty fucking bad against Galactus, right?
Is it a death? Is it a Shang-Chi?
Because
What would help me?
For the reasons I said before, right?
So
Like,
we'll see
he
if
can
that's
draw
the way
cards
Amaz goes
which
here.
then aren't
4 getting
leeched.
5
I don't
power,
want to leech so
goes straight
early.
for the Doc Ock.
So now here, I'm predicting the Dot Octopus coming through. And I actually, it would make sense for me to play a card here, right? However, playing a card reduces the odds of Leech getting pulled. I need the Leech still to get pulled, I figured here. Because of Shang-Chi in particular.
Play.
So
If your opponent has only big threats,
I make the decision to play nothing eventually because that increases the odds of Leech getting pulled.
I mean,
I figure I'm kind of winning here as long as Leech gets pulled and he doesn't top deck Shang-Chi, right? I think it's only Shang-Chi top deck which would beat me, 1 in 12.
but
If
I
my
am
Leech gets
terrified
pulled,
for
right?
both players. games right now.
Because I know that I make the read that Octopus is coming,
Specimen,
which is why I play
uses
nothing.
this, still got a couple more games.
And talking about playing for the match, dropping Galactus on turn 2 without even knowing the location.
So yeah, you see I'm hovering the Leech.
Leech
Comes
does not
through.
come down. Shang-Chi does not come down. Oh, I'm sorry, Leech did come down.
Does come down. Leech
Shang-Chi
come
does
down.
not come down. But that's the one you're looking for if you're in Spessie's spot, is you want the Leech to
So I'm
hit.
fine here, right? I have 2 card draws. His biggest card is a 12 in death,
That's not going to do it.
which isn't enough. It's only Shang-Chi, which beats me,
You
right?
see that Spessie's stressed about it, though. Like, is 25 enough? You're going to go to 27 from Devil Dino. You're hoping that you messed up Shang-Chi. You're hoping that you messed up Null.
But obviously, I felt like I lost a 1 in 12 before. I think it was not quite a 1 in 12, having watched the VOD.
No, because that is the only card. That's the only card that can do it.
I mean, you mentioned it early, though, that there wasn't a ton blown up by Galactus. So, how much is the Null provide?
1 in 12, you can see me saying it.
I just completely forgot about that. This is just...
But then I see the Shang-Chi,
And that's it.
GG, it's over. It's done.
1 in 12. 1 in 12.
Wow.
I saw the Shang-Chi, I
Reaction
pooped
from Spessie's like,
myself.
No, he did not draw the shot. Oh.
He was. I appreciate him on.
GG. Fun game. Fun series. So yeah, I'm going to be playing more games like that. Guys on YouTube, thanks so much for hanging out. Going to move on to the sponsors, taking it on stream on Twitch right now. Thanks for watching.